Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Man, I'm a little early. I know. But I really kind of just need to get this shit off my chest. It's genuinely starting to piss me off. How this has kind of been going on this entire time. And I need to clarify some previous things I've said in like passing because fucking Leon had like a conniption over it. But we need to talk about it. Okay? We need to talk about it. And this is something that, like, my line has been kind of, like, crossed. I didn't want to be involved in this drama, really, because it was just a slap fight between Ethan and Hassan, which is entertaining. But the Israel-Palestine stuff, I'm a drama streamer, man. I don't really give a fuck about conflicts happening that aren't within America in of itself, right? I'm a little fucking isolationist like that. But this situation has reached a impasse, not even an impasse, an escalation to a degree that is so fucking unnecessary from Hassan and his community's end. And I want to talk about it like so goddamn briefly. Yeah, I know the meme, Ethan Hassan Destiny, Ethan Hassan Destiny, Ethan Hassan Destiny. I know, the Chud meme. But that's where we're at. I want to avoid this. It hasn't even reached critical mass in my point. I think it's going to get even worse. So, but I want to talk about this specific fucking thing because it is so disgusting. What the hell has been going on? Okay? I'm like genuinely pissed off by this entire drama. I'm angry at like all the Breadtubers. I'm angry at like every aspect of this drama. It's insanity to me. I wish to clarify some like statement that I made in the Exultant video where I was talking about Ethan like briefly as like an aside in that clip where I said it's ridiculous that Ethan was thinking about going to protest Reddit in person or whatever and getting permits. I'm going to be honest. I still stand by that take to a degree. Here's why. Because I'm black-pilled. I'm so fucking black-pilled on the idea of these companies like actually caring or giving a shit or like doing anything of note. Twitch won't ban Hassan for screaming that rapes didn't happen and mean it. And then on top of that, also has been pro-terrorism for years now. And Twitch doesn't do shit. And now we're expecting Reddit to do something about it. I'm too black-pilled. I don't think they're going to do anything, which is crazy that this company, Reddit, that is the soyest fucking company in the world, somehow doesn't stop this shit. Okay? If this was literally just a collection of Ethan being cringe and him saying stupid shit, kind of like what the Farms does, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be caring. We have reached a point now where people are going on subreddits accusing Ethan of giving his children fucking diseases, that they might be sexually assaulting their kids. This is well beyond. This is well beyond the norm of a slap fight. Okay? This is well beyond a slap fight. This is a life ruination campaign being run by people's communities. Denims, Frogan, Mike from PA, Bad Empanada, Hassan, now Noah Sampson's on that list. All of these people will scream and yell, you should have said something about Palestine. Why aren't you saying anything about Palestine? You're not donating money to Palestine. You're not doing this for Palestine and this for Palestine. Like, shaming people for having a basic understanding that death is bad. No one wants death. No one wants the Palestinians to die. Nobody wants the Israelis to die. There is a group of people that understand that this conflict is a lot more than just one side versus the other. There needs to be a fucking mending of the bridges, but that is thousands of years of hate. That is not going to happen overnight. And these people act like it's going to happen if we just completely side with them. When did the left become the war-hawking freaks that they are now? Weren't they a part of like peace and love, 70s, 80s? Weren't they the ones that want to understand others and broach things that way? That's how I was pitched to it when I was growing up. Instead, now they're pro-terrorism, pro-death. they don't care, and anybody who doesn't listen to them, they are basically just pro-genocide. When the fuck did that happen? It's because these echo chambers that have been created by these creators have created a subsect of these groups of people that are becoming louder and louder by the fucking day. Same thing can be said for people on the right. Day in and day out. There's no understanding. There's no middle ground. It's either or. Worse than ever before. And instead of it just being between two creators that have a disagreement on a conflict that neither one of them are actually invested in other than feeling terrible about it and wishing it for it to stop, it is now led into people trying to take their kids away. Isn't that crazy to you people?
Whoa! This isn't touching the poop. This is straight up rolling in it.
Isn't that insane to all of you? That a disagreement over a conflict hundreds of thousands of miles away somehow has translated into people feeling obligated and righteous enough to call CPS to take someone's children away. Am I the only one that sees that to be the most disturbing fucking thing of all time? Am I the only one that I think it's crazy that people are showing up to people's houses because they had a bad political take? Or a take that you don't agree with? Just disagree with them. Fight with them in the realm of actual arguments. Going and trying to destroy someone's life, ruin a child's fucking existence is too goddamn far. We're gonna go over Ethan's Reddit video. Okay? But I need to, give you a taste. Okay? A taste of what kind of posts are being fucking made on this subreddit. Giardia is a risk factor for sexual abuse. Okay, no one's saying this, so I'm going to. Bullshit the results for everyone having Giardia came back negative. If almost everyone in the family comes back as positive for a parasite that spreads through fecal contaminants, that's throwing up red flags for sexual abuse of children.
Whoa! Chris, you hit the nail on the head with
God.
how I feel about the topic. They aren't leftist anymore, that's textbook fascism.
What is this? How do you come to that conclusion? How do you do this?
Is it wrong
this
that
isn't a
I'm seeing
joke to them.
similarities to the Gamergate days?
This isn't a joke to them. This is what they believe. If they didn't believe it, they wouldn't be calling CPS on fucking kids, on a family. These people believe it. This isn't like just shit talking. You know it's bad, okay? This is why I'm taking a hardline stance on this. I'm a shitter, okay? I'm in the void. I'm screaming into the void. I have no real power. I know that. But I'm annoyed by this. All right? I'm annoyed. But I have no power in this. I'm not going to change minds in this. I'm a fucking shitter. But it's reached a point.
New donation from Yo-Yo Pizza Boy.
This, and I can't wrap my head around it. Thank you for the direct donor. I'll read that in a second. How did we get here? How did we get here? In what world does this happen? You know it's bad. When every person who hates Ethan, and I'm telling you, I am not a fan of Ethan. If you have watched this channel for a good chunk of time, you would know I am very critical of Ethan. I am not the biggest fan of Ethan Klein. Okay? Even before I made content, I thought his content nukes were not that good against Keemstar. I thought they were not that good. I thought they were garbage. Everyone already knew all that shit. Oh well. I have never been super cool with Ethan and his podcast crew. You can watch on my channel, you can watch on the fucking show channel, all of that stuff. I am not a dick writer for Ethan Klein. I'm not a dick writer for Israel. I'm not a dick writer for Palestine. I'm somebody that sees the actions of individuals and comments on those actions. And I am telling you, when every single person who hates Ethan is all collectively siding with Ethan on this, and the other side, Denims, Frogan, Mike from PA, Bad Empanada, Hassan Anabi, Noah Sampson, all of these people don't see that even his enemies are siding with him on this, that they can't see that they're in the wrong. How do you do that? How do you get all of us, people who hate this motherfucker, to feel sympathy for him, to side with him? How does somebody like Adam McIntyre, who was harassed for years by the Colleen Ballinger fans and Colleen herself, defend the snark Reddit? How? How do you do that? I saw your video, Adam. I saw your video. I've seen what the snark Reddit does. It is a fucked place. This is not a place that you should be like, there's great information there. No, there isn't. This is crazy to me. And then you have spineless fucking cowards. Spineless fucking cowards. Friends of Ethan for years. Thick and thin, through lowest and highest, to come up with him in the YouTube scene. People that know him in real life have been to his house, been there for the birth of his kids, marriage, all of these things. And they fucking cower. And then they pretend that they never actually wanted to get involved when they're making comments in Discord about it and they're making shitpost tweets about it. Anisa and iDubbbz are fucking cowards. And I know Anisa in her podcast says that she's like, I felt like Etika with all the harassment I was getting. I'm literally not joking when I say this. If Anisa ever, I'm not going to lie, if Anisa pulls an Etika, I will not weep for that. I will not feel sympathetic for the things I said about Anisa. I won't. Because she is nothing but a fucking coward. Etika was a man. Etika stood on his fucking 10 toes and said shit like a fucking man. And this bitch is a coward. This bitch is a coward. Using Etika as an example, let the man fucking rest. Stop talking about him. Stop using him. How the fuck do you say that? I also agree giving Bad Empanada is not a good idea. Any attention is not a good idea. I also agree with that. There are certain things that I am very critical of Ethan on. In my opinion, this should have ended after the content nuke went out. And if Hassan doesn't want to fucking deal with it, Hassan doesn't want to deal with it, everyone moves on. I think that would have been better. Instead of Ethan and all of these people ruminating on it. But the problem lies with the amount of people that are trying to now destroy Ethan because he dared to say something negative about Hassan. And they're taking it to next level extremes, where they are calling government agencies to attempt to take his children away. And people have been defending the snark Reddits. People that I'm cool with have done that. I've had no hate towards Adam. I've spoken to Adam briefly. We are not friends in the slightest. But I've had no issues with Adam. When I saw the video about the whole snark Reddit shit, I lost my fucking mind. I was like, how the fuck could you do that? How could you look at these people with the things that you went through and take their fucking side, Adam? How could you do that? When it is blatantly obvious that they are stealing clips. It's not even just like a DMCA thing. These people are readily saying on the Reddit, we are doing this to steal money and steal viewership. These people set up streaming websites so you don't have to give the podcast a view. How can you fucking do that? How can you stand by this shit? Adam, how could you say that Hila saying, I hope you disappear, take that as a fucking death threat? Are you serious, dude? A death threat? Adam, I'm just so sick of these fucking people, man. This is literally, and I think Nick, I haven't been watching any of Nick's coverage. I tuned in for like a few seconds, and I could have swore it was him or someone else that compared this to Gabby Hanna level drama. This is getting out of control. This is getting out of fucking control. This is Gabby Hanna level of slanderous shit happening. Gabby did some crazy shit, but they didn't deserve 90% of the shit said about them or the shit done to them. Ethan is becoming the new Gabby. They are fucking with him so much and actually acting upon those fucked up ideas to fuck with his life. I don't get how we reached this. I don't understand. And I never will, because it's insanity to me. And there are people that will come out and be like, well, Chris, this is a political thing. It involves politics. Why the fuck are we allowing any sort of leeway when it comes to the political angle of things? Why are we excusing it as like, well, there's a genocide happening, so that means we need to destroy a man's life who has a middle of the road opinion on it? How? In what way? In what sphere of shit? I hate talking about politics. I talk about the actions of the individuals that are covering the politics and the retarded fucking arguments that they make. This isn't that. This is literally an entire group of fucking people, communities, creators that are perpetuating, attempting to ruin a family. This goes way beyond politics. This goes way beyond left and right. This is literally like nobody should be okay with this. Nobody. And all Denims had to do, all these people had to do is say, at the minimum, I wouldn't be as angry as I am now if at the minimum they were like, guys, when they saw it happening, guys, these Reddits are not good. It's obviously complete craziness. We don't know what happened with the kids. They seem to have gotten sick. We can't assume that anything like that happened. Stop the CPS conversation. Stop that. I do not avow that. That does not happen in my fucking channel. I'm not one for the fucking audience. You're responsible for your audience shit. But like, if you just said that bare fucking minimum, you would be fine. But instead you can't. You can't do it. Because you have cultivated this fucked up idea of people that will watch your fucking dog shit takes because you just say what they want you to hear. They want to hear Israel bad, glass Israel, Republicans bad, glass Republicans, and then vice versa on the right. They also say the same things. You people just want that. You want to have this fucked up echo chamber. And you know if you said anything out of line, those people would turn on you. Because you've cultivated that. Jordan Peterson has never been more right about the Ethan shit than today. In my opinion. Jordan was right at one point. He was like building up to that. This is the apex of that. This is the apex of holy shit, Jordan Peterson has never been more right about anything in his entire fucking life. On Hassan, Denims, Frogan, Mike from PA, Bad Empanada, they let their audience control them.
Say a word about it because they genuinely want to ruin Ethan's life.
I am on that train at this point. I am on the train that they want to ruin Ethan. Again, do I think Ethan has done and said absolutely insane shit, and I think it's stupid that it keeps getting pushed and he keeps interacting with it? Yeah. But now it's reached a point where it can't be ignored. It should be talked about. Now, normally, I'd be like, if something's happening to you, keep it offline. But the problem is that now a government agency is involved. There's a public record of that. There are people that are trying to take a man's children away. You can't just sweep that the fuck under the rug and be like, well, it's just the thing that happens online. This is crazy. I know. I get that, Shogun. But the problem is that the other communities that surround Hassan, the Hassan waiting rooms, let that continue. They let that permeate. They didn't say anything about it. And then Hassan is also leaning into the fact that Ethan is like pro-Nazi, pro-Israel, pro-genocide, all the major talking points that inflame these people, that inflame them, that he doesn't go out and say, Denims, stop fucking moderate your chat. I get that's gay, but they are the waiting room. They know what the fuck they are. It's aggravating. I'm so pissed at this shit.
In my long career on YouTube, I've pretty much seen it all. I've been swatted several times with LAPD helicopters, the street shut down, police with guns drawn, doing a perimeter around my house. We've also been visited by the FBI 3 times. They were all to warn us of a credible threat against our lives. One time, most recently, he came at 7 a.m. and said,
I know he has Tourette's. I know he has like the tick and everything, and he does the sniffing. I'm sorry, Ethan. It's just so annoying.
do not open any packages until you hear from me, as we have credible bomb threats against you that we found online. I thought I'd seen it all. I knew.
Oh yeah, I didn't go on the additional rant that I have. Now, I am not for any sort of doxing of information. My line has always been no overlap between real life and the internet. I am not a fan of that. Don't bring kids into it. Don't bring family into it. Don't bring jobs into it. Don't bring any of that shit into it. I've always been that way. However, in the case of a full-blown slander campaign being run by a handful of people, and these people are also participating in the calling of CPS and the police to an individual's household. If the creator wants to sue those individuals, I'm not going to fucking stand there and be like, well, he shouldn't do that. I'm not going to say that. I think him protesting outside of Reddit isn't going to do anything. But if he wants to go after the individuals, I don't care. I really can't care. I really can't. Especially when they're the ones calling CPS and the police to his house. I can't give a shit if that is going to happen to you. I can't give a shit if he sues you for every goddamn dollar that you have and you end up homeless and die on the street due to a drug overdose. I can't feel sympathetic towards you. I won't. I refuse to be. I'm not going to feel sympathetic towards you.
This content nuke was going to draw a lot of negative attention, seeing how extreme Hassan and his fan base are, and his orbiters. But the lengths to which they've gone to harass us and get revenge for going after their god king Hassan has frankly gone beyond any type of point of civility and humanity, to the point where they're calling CPS, Child Protective Services, to come to our house and break up our family. On Friday morning, an agent showed up to our house saying that they had received an anonymous tip that our children were crawling around in dog shit, eating dog shit, and...
That came from Bad Empanada. If you don't know who Bad Empanada is, just understand that every single fucking creator that you are aware of that I have talked about in the political sphere of shit, or in general, don't fuck with him. They don't. The only people that fuck with him are Noah Samson, Hassan, and the rest of them. Because he just regurgitates the shit that they want to hear, and they are okay with everything that he does. I am just going to point blank say it. They are okay with it. They endorse it because they continue to allow him to fucking say this shit. And they eat it up. They're like, oh, well, Bad Empanada said that that Ethan's kids are covered in dog shit. Let's react to his video and say that that's totally probably real. Are you kidding? These people are scared of him because Bad Empanada has been known to be a fucking delusional maniac. Even Keffels was afraid of him. Keffels, the fucking doxing queen. Isn't that insane to you?
Contracting diseases. Not only have they called CPS on us, now they're starting to try to call in a 5150 to get me.
Let's read some of these amazing posts. Ethan's emergency video bingo. Stop, Lamau. Shouldn't someone 5150 him at this point? He's not well. Gabby Hanna talking point. Ethan mad at journalists. Think they're all conspiring against him. Well, to be honest, and to be fair, the journalists that were coming out after the H3 content nuke were dick riding Hassan better than any fucking whore ever could. Any stripper ever could. I don't blame Ethan for thinking that the journalists are conspiring against him at this point. Ethan thinks Hassan paid PR. Wouldn't be shocked by that. Ethan asked ChatGPT for a better article. Gay. I'll admit that. Gay. I almost feel bad watching this because it legitimately feels like Ethan's spiraling mentally and needs serious help. You are concerned trolling. You don't actually fucking care. If you cared, you wouldn't be engaging in this fucking Reddit. You wouldn't give a shit. You wouldn't give an actual fuck. You don't give an actual fuck. You would avoid this. This is troll bait. And shitty, negligent parents. I wish someone on the crew would have enough to see to 5150 him. So you want his friends to psychiatrically hold him for evaluation, to take him away from his family because you believe that their kids are in danger. For what reason? Because he talked about how his kid got sick one time. How the fuck do you come to that conclusion that he's a horrible father? Most of these people are pedophiles or don't have kids of their own. I can agree with that. But clearly, they all sold out for a paycheck long ago. You see that right there? That's the real problem. It's because they have an issue with Ethan's rhetoric. That they have an issue with Ethan not being 100% on the side of Palestine. That he's for the Palestinian plight, but also understands that people in Israel have a right to fucking live a life. And right there, that's them admitting that they don't give a shit about anything else. They care only because of that. And will lump in all of these other people. They want to lump in all of these people. They want to lump in Love. They want to lump in Dan. They want to lump in Olivia. They want to lump in AB. They call AB an Uncle Tom. Isn't that insane to you people? Have a problem with Ethan. Don't have a problem with his fucking parents, his kids, his extended family, Hila's extended family, the family members of the crew member, any of the crew member. That is not your prerogative. That shouldn't even be what it should be. If you have an issue with Ethan, criticize Ethan in a way that actually is constructive, not in a way that is going to get CPS fucking called on him. It's the only thing they care about. What's the end game here? I love watching the downfall because I'm messy, so he can continue until he gets inevitably 5150'd. These are all Gabby Hanna anti-O fucking talking points. Am I the only person that is seeing the exact same parallels between how Onision and fucking Gabby Hanna were treated during their fucking come up of drama? When it hit not even come up, the apexes of their drama? With these anti-Gabby videos, these anti-Onision videos. Onision's a piece of shit. But some of the things these people were doing were fucking crossing the line. Do we not see that? Have we learned nothing from history? Okay, whoever called CPS, can you please do a 5150? Joking, no one here called CPS. Complete fucking lie. The leap he made, he'd simply scroll a little bit further to see a post saying it was someone he knows. That's a lie. It's an obvious fucking lie. It's an obvious lie. Of course that person is going to post, well, somebody in, I have direct communication with Ethan Klein, and somebody close in his family and his life called CPS. I can't tell you who that is or who that person is to them in relation, but it was totally somebody not from this subreddit. That's a fucking lie. The post he read was correcting the misinformation. That's all it was. And then his brain broke. But it's been coming for a long time. Almost like a group of people are coordinating to call CPS to try and steal his fucking kids and throw him in a loony bin. I wonder why he's losing his shit. Does every criticism either need to run into a coping crusade against Hassan? Oh my fucking God. It is a factor into it. It is a factor. You people, obviously, and it is so painfully fucking obvious, came from the leftovers and frenemies community that are the most toxic fucking group of people and have congealed yourself into the H3 snark at Reddit shit. Hassan was a part of that. The breakup of Ethan and where you all saw the decline was coming from was when they had their falling out over the leftover stuff. You people pretending that's not how it happened is crazy to me. And all of you lost your fucking minds and started A-logging Ethan like he's the devil. Stop pretending that's not what happened. Hassan needs to fake his death and join WITSEC with someone, and someone needs a 5150 Ethan and put him in a room alone, made entirely of grass. This is beyond insanity. That is crazy coming from you fucking people. That is insane coming from this group of people. The OG Snarkers were Trista stands? Not shocked. Are you talking about the Trishy Land shit? I saw that Reddit. I went through that Reddit. I was sent a full log of that Reddit years ago. That is the most disturbing place I have ever seen. It makes Kiwi Farms look like a fucking daycare. They wanted to have Trisha miscarriage. They were hoping for that. They were like coordinating ways to try and make Trisha miscarriage. Isn't that crazy to you people? Ethan Klein trying the Dan Saltman approach and telling his fans to email bomb Twitch. Man, I wonder why. 5150.
Committed. It's really gone on too far, and at this point, I'm ready to take no prisoners and take the.
Yes, this was a real Reddit. Notice Trishy Land. That Trishy Land Reddit moved over to the the frenemies 3, frenemies whatever. There was like a bunch of different frenemies because they kept getting banned. But that whole Reddit was dedicated to like ruining Trisha Paytas's life. And there were posts saying, I hope Trisha has a miscarriage. What are ways to induce miscarriages? And a lot of them were like, well, you can induce stress. How do we stress Trisha out? Because they wanted to save the kid from being the child of Trisha Paytas. That's insanity. These people make Kiwi Farms look fucking normal. And the Farms is pretty fucking normal, as crazy as that sounds.
Gloves off and call out everybody who needs to be called out. The thing is, once you target my children, then a line's been crossed that cannot be walked back. Once my kids are involved, when people are targeting my children, harassing my children, there's no length that I won't go to take care of this. And I think that's something that every parent can relate to. All these people, incidentally, who are promoting this type of insanity.
Childish, childless, barren, pathetic college kids. That is all this whole group is, or wine moms that have nothing better to do with their lives and they hate their children. That is every single snarker. College kids that don't know the real fucking world yet, and people that hate their children. Barren people. Childish. Childless people. Ethan.
Are, in fact, childless and will likely remain that way. The CPS agent showed up and he started asking us all kinds of questions like, who feeds the kids? Who takes care of the kids? What do you do to the kids when you get angry? How do the kids sleep? Do the kids have toys? Is that what happens when you get mad, or what happens when your kids get mad? He walked around the house. He looked in our refrigerator. He walked all around looking for dog shit, apparently. Although when he showed up immediately, he said, wow, this place is clean. Our 3- and 5-year-old boys were at school. Our 8-month-old is upstairs sleeping when he visits. And he says, I need to go upstairs and look at your infant visibly to see him and confirm he's okay. Well, he's napping in his crib. He goes upstairs to look around the house, to snoop around. He investigates Sonny, our youngest, wakes him up from his nap. And even though he woke him up during his nap, he was greeted immediately, actually, by a smile, because Sonny is probably the happiest baby in the entire world. He smiles at everybody. His name is Sunny because he is just a ray of sunshine. He just gave him a big smile. I mean, he's just the sweetest kid in the world. So we went back downstairs to continue the conversation, at which point he said something that both me and Hila had us both saying abso-fucking-lutely not.
This, to me, is a gross invasion of privacy. The most gross invasion imaginable. Now, is swatting fucking terrible? Abso-fucking-lutely. It can traumatize not only adults, if there's kids, that can also happen. These are all actions. Swatting, calling CPS, trying to 5150 people are all traumatic experiences. And people like Denims and the rest of them being like, well, a baby doesn't really remember anything. It's like a 3-year-old and a 3 to 5-year-old won't remember this. They're not actually making memories. And they get disproven in their own stupid fucking statement. This right here, these individuals called the government to lie that a family is broken. And now these kids that don't know what the fuck is going on have to be interviewed by a government agent. That is horrible. Holy shit.
He said he was going to go to the children's school to interrogate them there. And we both said, you are absolutely not going to ever go to their school and talk to them. That is fucking insane. We agreed that he'll come back to our house and interview our 3 and 5-year-old children at a time when they're at home, so he doesn't need to humiliate them in front of his peers, his teachers, the staff there, and, you know, needlessly stigmatize them. My young 3 and 5-year-old children, who are sweet and innocent as can be, have not yet been interrogated by a CPS agent, but that is due to happen on Wednesday. He also spoke to our nanny, our housekeeper. He's called the pediatrician that takes care of the kids. He talked to them. Pretty much sifted through every angle of our life having to do with our kids in an extremely violating, insulting, unbelievable way. Just a complete breach of privacy and inhumanity that it's...
Now, I understand that guy's doing his fucking job. The problem is that there was no need for him to be called to do his job.
Family and traumatize children and still say that Ethan needs mental help.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Like, you can't believe that you, as somebody who has done nothing wrong, has taken care of your kids, to be subject to this forcible investigation because of some fucking freaks online called anonymously to say that our kids are crawling around in shit. The immediate question for me was, who did this and how am I going to hold them accountable? It didn't take me long to catch the trail of the obvious suspect, which is the work of a subreddit dedicated to harassing me, my family, my coworkers, and their families too, frankly, known as Snark. H3 Snark is the place that they originated. If you don't know what Snark is, it's this growing phenomenon of communities dedicated essentially to...
Now here, let me clarify some aspects for you as well. Does anyone remember the Sam and Tolkien subreddit that Boogie had? Right? That's a fucked up Reddit, okay? There was a lot of information that was accurate, but it was a fucked up Reddit. Boogie screamed and yelled for years that Reddit needs to do something about it, and they did fucking nothing. They did nothing, okay? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. A lot of that Reddit was full of crazy shit that wasn't real either, mind you. This is not the Sam and Tolkien subreddit situation. This is a group of people trying to ruin a family. This isn't them just A-logging somebody because they think he's funny to A-log. These are people genuinely trying to destroy a man. These are people genuinely trying to rip a family apart because he is in hardline stance saying all of Israel needs to be nuked off the map. Realize that. Realize what we're dealing with here. Reddit isn't going to do shit. Because Reddit doesn't give a fuck. They never will give a fuck. They never have gave a fuck. And it's crazy that we have to do this.
Destroy someone's life, picking it apart, harassing them, and just trying to ruin their life. It's something that's become quite common on the internet, and something that Reddit, who is the main host of such activities, has completely turned a blind eye to. Take, for example, right here, H3H3_, which is the new Snark page. The top post on this page is from somebody named Bad Empanada, which we'll learn.
This dude is the ugliest fucking motherfucker of all time. Honest to fucking Christ. I can't stand this motherfucker.
More about. It says, Bad Empanada with another banger. Quote, "You're the best parents I've ever seen."
Bad Empanada's just schizo post. Yeah, well, Bad Empanada is actually, like, in my opinion, full-blown schizophrenic. I believe that this man is more of a danger to other people than himself. Like, Like, he is an actual fucking danger. Like, he is a problem.
Seen. Said house slave Abdullah Ayad to the Kleins after CPS visited them because their kids contracted parasites from dog feces. The Kleins frequently advocate for genocide of Arabs, while Ayad...
Nobody's advocated for the genocide of Arabs in the H3 camp. Not a single one of them. None of them have said glass Palestine. None of them have said there should be a total death of the Palestinian people. That is calling for actual genocide. That is agreeing with the genocide. Them saying that unnecessary death on both sides is a horrible thing, but recognizing the issues that fucking Israel has and the issues that Hamas has is not pro-genocide. I need you people to fucking understand that.
Sits obediently in silence. He is a tame domestic animal. This is just literally, anyone of a normal disposition can see plainly how fucking insane this is. It has 400...
It is the most insane fucking post I have ever seen of a grown man.
upvotes after 3 hours. It's very active sub.
Chud was just murdered live on stream. Chud Logic died. Sucks.
Of absolutely deranged individuals. The problem is that this subreddit, this community, is being legitimized by creators such as Hassan, such as Denim, such as Mike from PA, and all these leftist commentators who think they can get one up on me by sicking and participating and legitimizing the most crazed psychopaths on the internet.
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 snark.
Adam, this is why Ethan is telling you that you promoted the snark. You are using them for information. You are saying that you respect them when they are a group of people trying to break up a fucking family. This clip alone, even if there's additional context, to me is insane.
Whoa! You forgot to read my don't know it's okay train rollin'.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like, I've been so fucking aggravated by this situation because I don't want to defend Ethan. I don't like Ethan. I've never liked Ethan. But we have reached a point where people who don't like Ethan have to fucking say something. Thank you for the 5. Chris, you didn't know if you heard recently, but Fia Chu you covered last month, unfortunately. Yep, I am aware that Brother Chu and Brother Chu passed away. The mother was shot. I understand there's allegations against Brother Chu involving a minor. If those are proven to be true, I will not feel sympathetic. But in the meantime, terrible for the family, terrible for the mother. Even though I dislike Tofia Chu, it's horrible to lose a family member.
And I believe that they're being silenced. And I saw on the H3 snark that Ethan had uploaded Instagram stories about Mika's rhetoric. It says,
and it's about the H3 snark subreddit.
Yeah, Mika rhetoric. Holy shit. I have seen these fucking tards, these fucking assholes trying to defend Mika's rhetoric when it was single-handedly the worst video psychoanalyzing Ethan and the crew members and putting assumptions on them like she knows who the fuck they are. How do you even defend that video? How do you have the balls to defend that fucking video? It was trash. Garbage.
For more than a year now, Ethan has been talking
I didn't know if you brought it up yet, but you see Ethan say he's infiltrated Bad Ugada's Discord server and found illegal shit. I'll send Discord. Yeah, send that over to me.
about it and saying how toxic this place is, how they promote harassment, doxing, stalking, and why it should be banned.
Because I believe these snark subreddits on Reddit should be banned. It's literally fostering the most psychopathic. It encourages harassment, doxing, stalking. It's just...
I guess it's fine as long as it's not the Destiny subreddit.
I hate him so fucking much. I can't express to you like my genuine hatred that I have for Hassan. I have like genuine, unadulterated, unfiltered hatred for that man. I really do. But I'm not going to fucking call the cops on his house. I'm not going to say that his house should be burned down to the ground. I'm not going to say that if he had kids, they should be taken away from him. His mental illness involving the Destiny community is crazy to me. He acts like Ethan is co-signing everything the Destiny community has ever fucking done. Ethan has done none of those things. They also accused Ethan of sweeping for Destiny. Not fucking true. These people will make anything up to discredit these people. Anything. This is where the frustration comes from.
I think it's time to hold all of them accountable. Here, for example, is Denim's, aka Hassan Waiting Room, watching Bad Empanada talk about the state of our house and how we take care of our kids. Let's take a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion,
How do you know that? This is the kind of shit that this fucking whore will smile at and not go, that sounds a little crazy. What do you mean that the kids are covered in shit? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Covered in shit. Why are we talking about his kids? Why are we bringing his kids into this? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about here. Where these people will just hear shit like that and not go, wait a minute. Why are we even bringing the kids into this? Yet she'll fucking smile like the dumb airheaded whore that she is and just let it go. And then go, oh, I learned things about Ethan every single day that makes him worse and worse and worse and worse. Not questioning it. This dumb fucking whore whose pussy probably smells like death is smiling about a man talking about another person's kids.
leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl.
Look at this. Oh my God. The chat alone. Call CPS, social services, child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia, they actually need to be taken away. Worst father ever. Holy shit. Assholes. Kids get sick for a multitude of fucking reasons. When my friend told me, he's like, hey, my baby's sick, I didn't immediately jump to the conclusion of, holy fuck, my friend's a bad dad.
Thought going on behind that beach's eyes,
anybody.
Skull emoji.
If I knew anybody and they were like, hey, you know, my kid's sick, I'm not immediately thinking, holy shit, they purposely got their kids sick. They let their kids roll in shit. They're horrible parents. What the absolute fuck is wrong with all of you? Kids, babies, put fucking toys in their mouth all the fucking time. If you hug around kids, if you have younger brothers, siblings, if you have friends that just had kids, if you have cousins that have had babies, you fucking know what it's like. And these people are pretending that that's not a thing that happens.
All into the dog shit, and God
and that he let the kids do this on purpose.
forbid. I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something. But
look at this fucking bitch not questioning a single fucking word coming out of his mouth. Look at this fucking whore not do a thing. She is reading the chat. That is her reading the fucking chat. Seeing all this. Not going, guys, whoa. We don't know that for a fact. We need to not talk about calling CPS. That would have been enough. That would have been enough. I still would think you're the biggest piece of shit on planet Earth for doing this. But, like, you've done not even the bare fucking minimum, bitch. Bare fucking minimum. You're smiling at shit that is fake, is wrong. Is trying to break up a family because some schizophrenic that believes if you don't immediately agree that all of Palestine is an infallible place, you're pro-genocide. What is wrong with you?
they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that...
Is this true? Stop. You should have been like, wait a minute, how do you even know that? Where's the evidence of this? Why aren't you being more dismissive of this? Why are you fucking laughing at that? That is insanity. It is obviously not true. And these people are running with it. Is it funny to laugh at crazy shit? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely, it's funny to laugh at crazy shit. But this is so fucking a non-issue that Bad Empanada is making it out like Ethan's kids are eating shit. Isn't that insane? I've laughed at fucked up shit in my life on this channel. But never once involving children. Never once involving someone's kids that I didn't like. That's the problem again, Shinji. These are the people that are gonna bitch and moan that people don't moderate their chats. But when they get a little bit of pushback saying, hey, that's a little fucking crazy. Maybe you should have said something about that. They get mad and say, I'm not in control of that. But you think but you expect us to control our chats? Are you out of fucking mind?
Like, maybe once a week, I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit.
Right there. Remember when she said, is that even true? She just then backpedaled on that and said, you know what? Well, I keep finding crazy shit that I keep finding out that is true. She just backpedaled on possibly saying, this is fake, to, you know what? I do constantly see shit that confirms my bias about Ethan, and I just think it's true. I fucking can't stand these people, man.
This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting Giardia.
We already have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots.
Oh my god, it's just a parasite. It's just Giardia. It's not a death sentence. It's not like Ethan is holding uranium up to the baby's fucking face and going, hey, play with the uranium real quick. No one's doing that. Kids get sick. It happens. These people in the chat going, admission of egregious child abuse is fucking crazy.
Of things that you can get as an adult, you're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
Now at this point,
shouldn't be catching anything. Oh my god, this stupid fucking bitch. Holy fuck. I actually can't stand this woman. Show of hands in the class, okay? How many of you are parents? How many of you have babies or have had kids that have grown up and you are a seasoned parent? Show of hands. I'm just curious. I know I have an audience that are people that are parents. You have a little sister that's 9. Not you. Not you. You're a mom. Okay. You in chat. I'm singling you out. Okay? Let me ask you a question. To the mothers in chat.
Because everyone knows that we have
to the mothers in chat.
Control over when kids get
all right.
sick or not. I hate that not only did she say that, but that Ari started chat probably believes her.
How often did your child get sick? Not like debilitating death sickness, but they had the flu. They put something in their mouth that they got sick off of. That they went outside and they caught a sniffle. How often does that happen? I assume it's happened constantly. Because they're babies. They're kids. They carry fucking diseases. The kids go to school and come back from other kids being sick. It happens all the fucking time. It is aggravating. That Denims is going to go, well, a kid should never get sick. Ever? Are you kidding? They're kids. They get sick. I don't know how you could say that with, like, such conviction.
He continues, notice the chat is almost in complete universal agreement. Call CPS. Call child endangerment. CPS, social services. Bro needs to unironically call CPS. That's child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia.
I hate dirt and at the playground and gravel. Me too. I hate paint chips.
They need to be taken away. Actual worst father ever, etc., etc. I'll let the chat.
Yeah, apparently Denims believes that if you have a child, a baby, a toddler, whatever, that they live in a bubble, that you should put them in a bubble and just do the whole, like, you know the movie with Adam Sandler where he was it Adam Sandler? Where he was living as Bubble Boy? You remember that movie? That these kids need to live like they live in a bubble and they can never get sick ever or they will just die. What? This bitch. I swear to God, if she ever becomes a mother, she is going to be the most neglectful mother in human history. She is going to be neglectful. She's going to resent her child. I guarantee it at this point. From the way she operates publicly, the way she dismissively talks about children, the way she dismissively talks about family shit, she is going to be a horrible fucking mother. And I will say that 10 toes fucking down.
Play for you, but you can see just how crazed this community is. And once again, this is Denim's chat from the first. The call came on the 3rd.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that I said in this story, which by the way was apparently compiled by his crew, playing.
No wonder this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah, it all makes sense now.
It's almost like Ethan has been perpetually sick for fucking years. He has Tourette's. He has fucking medical issues. Everyone's done that. Also, Bad Empanada is completely fucking retarded. Gerardia has been around forever. I don't know who the fuck or what the fuck kind of person he's working with for information collecting, but he is making shit up. He is making shit up. It's just, oh God. Dude. Ethan, for years, if you have been watching Ethan for fucking years, you know that he has been a sick motherfucker. Always. He's been doing the fucking Twitch shit forever. He's been doing that forever. You people don't know anything, and it shows so fucking blatantly.
By the way, these people can't keep their talking points straight. On one hand, it's we don't raise our kids and our house is just run by nannies and housekeepers. But on the other hand, we all...
Oh, that's my favorite one, is that they were all like taking the side of the fucking nanny in the lawsuit and being like, oh, well, Ethan overworked the nanny. Ethan treated the nanny like shit. They just ran with that fucking lawsuit. And now it's changed to, well, Ethan actually doesn't clean the house. He doesn't even have nannies. What? He doesn't even care about his kids. They don't clean the house at all. Where the fuck is this going to happen?
Whoa!
How?
Have you ever thought you would defend Ethan 5 years
How
ago?
does this change? How did we get here? Because you're throwing shit at the wall to try and make Ethan seem as demonized as humanly possible.
Whoa! When I was a small kid, I accidentally drank a beer from a red party cup cause I thought it was apple juice. Does that mean my mom is a bad parent? No.
No! You know what's funny? My fucking parents, when I was growing up, I was like 11. And this is like early 2000s, okay? Like 2010, like right after the early 2000s, like close to the 2010 area. And what I remember is that my dad was like, I was like, I want to try alcohol. And he's like, all right. He let me have a sip and I was like, oh, that's fucking gross. I didn't drink alcohol for years. Does that make my dad a bad fucking dad? No, he was just like, you're an idiot. Don't drink alcohol because you're not going to like the taste. That's not a bad parent. People that had parents when they were born in the fucking 90s, the early 2000s, have totally different parents than today. Totally different. And my dad was not a bad dad. He's actually one of the greatest fucking dads on planet Earth. I know I'm biased because he's my fucking dad. But he's the GOAT. Took me forever to realize that in my older age. But he's the GOAT. Always will be. Will forever be that way. But he's not a horrible parent. I got sick all the time when I was a kid. My dad wasn't getting me sick on purpose because he wasn't cleaning the house. My mom was also that way. Does that mean that they're bad parents because I got sick? That's insanity.
Also keep our house so dirty that there's dog shit everywhere. I mean, what are the housekeepers and nannies doing?
It all makes sense now. It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he isn't.
My dad said in his day, if you had a sore throat, he gave you whiskey. Dude, my grandfather was like, hey, that baby's teething, rub some fucking whiskey on those gums. He'll stop bitching. It's my favorite thing my grandfather ever said. I still like laugh at him being like totally deadpan serious. Deadpan. And I just remember being like, I think I was like 13, and I just thought, what? That's fucking insane. But it's funny. But that's what they did.
Neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it happening? How is this happening?
I have a 10-month-old.
How is this happening? Implying that Denims believes what fucking
My dad is
Bad
ghost.
Empanada is saying.
Mom was 2 parenting as DSP2 gaming.
Isn't that insane to you? She goes, is this true? Then backpedals and goes, well, I have seen a lot of things about Ethan that I've been confirmed on. That he's a horrible person. So a lot of this stuff has been coming out to be true. Now it's turned into, why is this happening? Why is Ethan allowing his kids to eat shit? This bitch can't be consistent for a fucking second.
5-year-old and a 3-year-old who are in school. Of course I'm sick all the time. Once again, these childless people pretend that this is uncommon when, of course, anybody with any sense who's being honest. The thing is, these people are knowingly lying. They know that they're lying.
I'm going to be honest. I thought you were overreacting to a lot of this shit, Ethan. I really did. I was like, Ethan, you already won. You already won. Stop talking about Hassan. I was totally on board with that. I fucking hated that he kept talking about Hassan. It's good content for people that want to fucking watch it, but like, I was like, bro, you already won the battle. Did the content new change anything? Not really. But people are more aware in the normie sphere. Okay? And him constantly fighting with everybody, I thought was annoying. But now I see where all of this was coming from. This fucking Reddit that was just fucking with his life. Reached the apex of calling CPS on him. Because he dared to make a video critical of Hassan and his fucking friends. We're not... And this is the other cope that I'm seeing. It's like... all these centrist fucking streamers and content creators are devaluing and trying to deplatform Palestinian voices. No. No. We want people. We want the real Palestinians. The ones that want true peace. The ones that want true unity. That don't believe in death to be safe. Same thing for the Israelis. None of you are Palestinian. I understand that you're fighting on behalf of the Palestinian people and all this shit, and that you're like, well, we're the only people talking. There's a fucking genocide going on. You realize that that is not enough and does not give you credence to say the most insane shit imaginable and make up the most insane shit imaginable to demonize other people. That doesn't give you a pass. It never will. Never has. You guys demanded people to speak about this. When Ludwig donated a fuck ton of money to the Palestinian fucking charity, Frogan was mad at that. What can we do? What do you expect from us? What do you expect from everyday normal Americans and people?
Has Hassan comment on the NYC Hamas guy on the news?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to that. If he has, he's probably dick sucking him. But like, come on. Come the fuck on. What can we do? What do you expect from us? We're either doing nothing by saying nothing, or we're not doing enough when we do say something, or donate, or point to charities that are actually trying to help. It's not enough. It'll never be enough for these people. Here's a fucking thought. How about Frogan, Denims, Hassan, Mike from PA, Bad Empanada, and the rest of them go volunteer and help the Palestinian people? Go. Go actually create something. Go actually do something to help the cause. Instead of doing this. But you won't. You're cowards. You'll sit in your fucking chair and take donos screaming that there's a genocide going on and think you're doing something about it because you're sitting in a chair, eating food, watching videos and reading articles. You're doing nothing. Woo!
Vrogan was just mad that 10K didn't go to her DoorDash.
True, because she is a fat, disgusting fucking creature. You're cowards. You know why I'm not a coward? Because I don't fucking care. I don't care. That is crazy to say, but I have no power. None. I don't have a large audience. I don't have anything I can weaponize to my advantage. If I was Hassan and I truly gave a shit, I would be speaking to important people instead of going on Piers fucking Morgan and pretending like he's doing something important there. I wouldn't be screaming and demonizing every person that comes out as a mild centrist in something or believing that death on all sides is wrong. I would try to explain to them and help them understand that yes, they can be right, but there's also things they need to pay attention to. That's what a normal person would do. That's what somebody who actually cares and wants to change minds will do. Hassan isn't that. Frogan isn't that. Denims isn't that. Mike from PA isn't that. Bad Empanada isn't that. Noah Sampson isn't that. They're all YouTubers. They're all content creators. They don't give a shit about the people. They don't give a fuck about the Palestinian plight. They don't give a fuck about the people that are murdered, raped, and all of this shit. They only care that they look good to their team. That's it. They want to look good. And they want to maintain the people that they have because they want to continue to look good. Because they're just content creators. They are nobody of importance. I am not important. Diorio's not fucking important. Chud's not important. Fucking Hassan isn't important. Destiny isn't important. None of us are changing the fucking world. None. All we do is create these fucking community echo chambers. I hate having an echo chamber. I want you guys to fucking get mad at me at some of the shit I'm saying. But like in Hassan's case, that's a pretend thing that he does. Where he's like, I really enjoy when people criticize me. Blah, 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 blah. It's all lies. It's all fabrication. It's all fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. If you buy into them thinking that they actually care about these things, you're a mark. You're a fucking dummy. And then allowing this to continue, promote these fucking creators like Bad Empanada and others that make obvious fucking bullshit up. It's not like, oh, a mistake or here or there, right? It's not like, oh, maybe there was something coming out of context. No. Bad Empanada is straight up lying. Denims is straight up lying. Frogan is straight up lying. There's no other way to look at it.
Makes no sense what they're saying, but they do it anyway because, as you can see in the chat, and Denims endorses this clearly, as you can see, she's not moderating this at all, and it's pretty much 100% of the comments saying call CPS on them. Their kids should be taken away.
Again, I am not the gay guy that's like, oh, you're whatever. That you're beholden to your audience. You have to fucking handle this shit.
At least sound smart.
No, they don't. Not a single one of them. But like, I am not the guy that's like, oh, you have to be responsible for your fucking audience. I'm not trying to say that. Just do the bare minimum. A disavowal. Something. Bare minimum. And if you see a man having CPS called on him by what is obviously the community that you have helped cultivate, say something about it. I know you people can't take a fucking L. I know Denims and the rest of them can't admit that what they are doing is too fucking far and what their overall community is doing. They would rather pretend it's not real or make it sound less impactful than it really is because they're afraid. They're afraid of their own fucking audience. They won't sit there and go, this is fucking terrible. As much as you hate Ethan, you people that called CPS on him are fucking monsters. They won't do that. And the only reason they're doing it now is because they're being called out for it, because it happened.
That she believes that it's justified to break up our family. This disgusting fucking human being who's endorsed by Hassan and the entire left community on Twitch, who is protected and elevated by Twitch, is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
I wouldn't say she's directly advocating to it, but she is not doing anything to mitigate it.
Denims is such an evil person. She is not responsible enough
that I am aware of.
Have a platform. She should not be allowed to broadcast videos ever again. Now you might wonder, what is it they're referring to? On the podcast, I was telling a story about we adopted a new dog about a month ago, and she was having diarrhea, which ended up being a extremely common stomach parasite that causes diarrhea. It's extremely common and it's very easy to address. In fact, Ducky, our Yorkie, when we got him as a puppy, also had giardia, and we treated him the same way. Let's see what I said about it. Olive.
Just assume dislike everyone involved. I don't know, man. I hate Ethan. I've always hated Ethan. But I have to, like, straight up defend fucking Ethan Klein at this point. I have to, like... I can't even... I'm nobody. I'm literally nobody. This is not going to go anywhere. But, like, I just need to get this off my chest. I've been seeing this happen all fucking week. The past month. And now it's reached the point where a man's family is being fucked.
New donation from Bad Empanada has the perfect face for sex offender.
Okay. Okay, I needed a laugh. Thank you for the $5. Okay. What? I needed a laugh. I needed that. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. Holy shit. I needed a laugh. Yeah, Lio, you got to catch up. Basically, okay, so I'll make it quick for Lyle. So basically, there is a Reddit that has been created called the Snark
Those
Reddit.
who do not recognize their own capabilities of doing evil usually end up the worst of us all.
Exactly. So there's a Reddit that was created called H3 Snark. This H3 Snark Reddit was basically being used to harass Ethan and like A-log him and shit. And then the harassment went to, we're calling CPS on his family. The reactions from Hassan's orbit and Hassan in particular, because it is obvious that they come from these communities, basically kind of just hand waved it and also fed into it. And they filed a false CPS claim to Ethan Klein. And a CPS agent came to Ethan's house and they're demanding to investigate the children and interview the children. The children are a baby, a 3, and a 5-year-old. All caught up?
As giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Okay.
She had diarrhea, and
oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that too. So she has giardia, so we have her on an antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it.
So, quick question. How is the house covered in shit, and the kids are rolling around in shit and eating shit, if Ethan immediately received an antibiotic to prevent the dog from continuing to have this issue? Can anyone answer that? Can any of the fucking retards in the Snark Reddit or Denims or any of these fucking pathetic pieces of human trash explain that to me? How is his house covered in shit again?
Today, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia. Again, any reasonable person or parent understands that having a 10-month-old that is just learning to crawl is crawling around everywhere, putting everything in his mouth. I mean, these kids will literally just lick the floor, put anything in the world in their mouth, and that's completely normal. That's what having a toddler is like. Olive is a black Labrador. She sheds a lot. She's inside. She's outside. She's very clean. But the point I'm making, again, which all reasonable people understand, is that giardia can actually be spread just from a surface. So if her bum ends up on the floor or she sheds...
repercussions for false report.
I agree. I think Repsion tweeted it out. I saw it on the H3 subreddit. I think you can actually subpoena the CPS for the calls that are put into there. I believe you could do that. That's what Repsion said. I don't fucking know. I'm not super in depth of how the government works and all this shit. But like, this is insanity to me. Funnily enough, Avermech, which I think Ethan made fun of, is a common anti-parasitic use for Giardia. Great.
some hair, or she sat on a toy. You know, it could be a number of different things. If Sonny's crawling around putting everything in his mouth, it seems like a pretty.
You could be arrested for false swattings. You can do that. I just don't know if that works with CPS. Because there's no, like, danger involved with it. It's not like you could die if a CPS agent comes to your house. I don't know. I am literally not that ingrained into it.
Reasonable suspect.
And I will not comment if he can do that or not.
Having diarrhea, we're like, oh man, maybe he got Giardia from Olive, which is actually commonplace to happen. And despite what Denim says, it is not certain death. It's actually completely normal to happen, and it's very easy to treat. Now, spoiler alert, it actually turns out when we got all of the poop tests back that he never had Giardia even, which I announced
on their limited the service. Okay.
On the show, which they conveniently forget. So the only person that ever even had Giardia was Olive. So Sonny was having diarrhea essentially, and that was and that's why they called CPS. Because my 10-month-old baby.
You know what I'm expecting them to do? Hold on. I'm expecting this. This is gonna be good. Wow. Fuck, there's no water. You know what I'm expecting? Is that they're going to try and do like the boogie thing. They're going to be like, okay, well, show your kid's medical history. Imagine if they started doing that. Imagine if they demanded the medical history of a baby.
Who's just starting to eat solid food had diarrhea. That's why these people think it's justified to send an agent of one of the most overworked, underfunded, underappreciated community service workers in the entire fucking world to come and waste their time because my son had a diarrhea. When in the city of Los Angeles, there are kids and families that absolutely need help from people like this, and this guy's wasting his fucking time coming to my house and doing an investigation on my kids because my 10-month-old baby had diarrhea. By the way, Bad Empanada was recently banned for 7 days for playing a video game in which you roleplay as Hamas on October 7th, and he went to a military compound in that game and said he was, quote, looking for secretaries to kill. He was looking for Hila, who was a secretary in the IDF, to...
Now, don't get me wrong. Edgy. All right? Not even edgy. Just fucking deranged edgy. You could classify it any which way. But, like, this dude has literally called for, like, horrible shit to happen to Hila, or that Hila has killed babies and everything. So the whole, like, oh, it's just a joke doesn't really work with Bad Empanada. It doesn't. It doesn't work for him. He can't be like, oh, I just made an edgy joke. No. He played a video game directly inspired, created by this group to simulate the death of Israelis, and then said, I'm looking for the secretaries because Ethan's wife is a secretary. The snark is not a troll snark. It's not at this point. It's not a fucking troll group. These people are fucking trying to ruin a man's life.
Murder her in a game where you play Hamas. This is the type of person that is being elevated.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zionist a slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter. Anyways, are these Israelis? They're just standing there? I mean, is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking Ozempic binge? They don't understand what's going on around them? They haven't noticed me? How do I win? What's my objective? I don't actually know. Where do they keep the secretaries? In here? I'm hunting for secretaries right now.
This man has said the most insane shit about Hila. No, don't get me wrong. I sat next to two people that said insane shit about Hila. They never wanted her dead. They never talked about how they're going to play a video game to hunt for her and shoot her. Because he's pissed off that that Twitch made a new rule about Zionism. It's crazy. How has this man not gotten his ass kicked? Because people are afraid of him.
Can I pay tribute to Bad Empanada by playing Doom Eternal?
Yeah, you can. But that's the thing. The overall community on the left, terrified of this guy. Because he's a slanderous piece of garbage. Genuinely.
Secretary Dot, on behalf of Ethan Klein, I give this game my seal of approval.
Here's Bad Empanada once again, who posted a story saying, I'm the one who called CPS on Ethan Klein. I want CPS to take his kids away because they...
Now, I understand that's him being fucked. He's trying to take credit for it to look cool, or that he thinks it's funny. If Bad Empanada genuinely called in CPS over bullshit stuff that he created in his own fucking brain, The man that needs to be 5150'd is Bad Empanada. The government should arrest Bad Empanada. Genuinely. For a false tip to a government agency. He probably didn't make the call. But if he did, I really won't lose any sleep if he gets some years in jail. I really won't.
They are seriously in danger. This is, once again, Bad Empanada, who's being elevated by Hassan, Matt Lieb, Denims, and tons of creators, leftist creators, all over the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else.
They can't because he ran to Argentina? What? He ran... What the fuck? What is this guy? Julian Assange? What the fuck?
Please welcome Bad Empanada.
Bad Empanada's been going crazy at Ethan on the second channel. Well, yeah, because Ethan Klein is too afraid to talk to Bad Empanada or talk about Bad Empanada or watch any of his videos.
It's almost like you guys also really disavowed Bad Empanada until he started saying shit that fit your guys' narrative and all kept saying collectively, Bad Empanada, don't listen to that guy. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's crazy. It's almost like when somebody is like a genuinely deranged schizophrenic, people don't want to engage with them or acknowledge their existence. Sounds like a normal thing that people do. But you know.
If you hate a guy this
Videos.
much,
So fucking milk that guy, dude. Hell yeah, Bad Empanada, go in.
Can we just like
This dude, Bad Empanada, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's like actually psychotic, and he's been making a lot of hate videos about me and calling Ela terrorist and baby killer and all.
Dude, every time Ethan Klein brings up Bad Empanada, I like him a little bit more.
You like him a little bit more for saying that Ela Klein murdered children. Really? Really? When it is forced conscription or jail. When they have families and loved ones that they have to take care of and be there for. You're gonna say that you like Bad Empanada after Ethan just said that? Really? Really, Denims? Fucking hate this bitch.
That's the truth. I didn't really have strong opinions on him, and every time he brings him up, I'm like, stop making him sound base, man. Come on. Stop.
Bad Empanada has put out a video about H3H3, and this is just for my own.
This fat, fucking degenerate failure of a human specimen, Mike from PA,
he ran to Argentina
is the
just
most
like the Nazis did
frustrating
after
person
World
to
War
me.
II.
Every time I see a tweet by Mike, every time I see a clip of Mike, every time I see his fucking face, it just makes me lose my fucking mind. He is the most useless human being on the platform of Twitch and just continues to exist. I don't understand why people even watch him. And that's crazy coming from me. I don't even know why people watch me. But in his case, I don't get it. I'll never understand this man. I'll never understand him. I would rather 5 more years of FouseyTube existing in the world than Mike from PA opening his mouth ever fucking
For
again.
having to listen to Mike from PA.
Pleasure that we're gonna watch it, because whenever Bad Empanada
He ran to Argentina just like just like the Nazis. Yeah, true.
attacks H3H3, H3H3 has like a mental breakdown. And every time I watch this, it causes them to have even more of a mental breakdown.
On this Turk versus...
Man, I wonder why. It's almost like this guy is making up total fucking bullshit and all you people are eating it up. It's almost like it causes frustration.
Moron.
This is why I
He
hate
made a
fat
fucking
people
Willie Mac show.
SMH.
Sloppy to Willie Mac show made a video covering the Gaza genocide because he noticed that...
Oh my god. Yeah, the Bad Empanada video on fucking Willie was so cancerously retarded.
Putting Hassan's name in the title gets some more views than usual. It went about as well as you'd expect. Oh, dude. Okay. Okay, critical support to Bad Empanada has gone up.
You know what's great? Hassan never watched that I am aware of the Willie Mac show videos, but will immediately dick suck Bad Empanada. Almost immediately. And just
All
read from
political
the
steamers
title.
should be shipped
This
to
video is
Pyongyang.
totally dick sucking Hassan. Willie is a terrible content creator. Like,
New
and Hassan's
donation
like, yeah,
from Shogun.
yeah, I totally endorse that. Thank you again for the donation. I need to keep that fucking tab open. Where are we? If anyone needs... what the fuck? It just fucking glitched out on me. Alright, hold up. Come on, computer. Work with me here. Work with me. I hate light mode on this thing. If anyone needs government assistance, it's Mike from PA's couch that is desperate need of rescue. Kind of actually true, though.
Up by wide margins now, okay?
At least until he started criticizing Hassan. Great. I hope Bad Empanada just goes fucking full schizo mode on fucking Hassan then. Get a taste of his own fucking medicine. I am being bloodthirsty this time. Like, I'm so sick of these fucking people. If you're going to platform a guy like this and dick suck a guy like this, and then he turns on you and starts eating you alive, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Oh, this is on the Bad Empanada live channel. He didn't put this on the normal channel. Oh, my lord. Oh, dude, Bad Empanada went from bad to good Empanada. Bad Empanada went from Bad Empanada to base.
Man, Bad Empanada went to based Empanada because he is totally dick sucking me and attacking an enemy of mine. All right, well, I will never dick suck Bad Empanada, but if he goes after you, Hassan, and starts saying crazy shit about you, your family, your friends, I don't really feel any sympathy towards you moving forward in the context of that. Like, whatever.
Empanada.
Now, trust me, I would pursue legal action against Bad Empanada, whose MO is essentially defamation.
Now, do I agree of all the fucking lawsuits? You're spreading yourself thin, buddy. You really are. You're becoming like a super litigious. I think it's kind of gay. But if this was for any other situation, I'd be like, yeah, Ethan's overreacting. This isn't overreacting when a man is literally, purposefully making these kinds of videos, statements, streams, and all of these other retards are eating it up and repeating those talking points that led to CPS being called. I don't feel sympathetic to Bad Empanada if he got a fucking cease and desist or if he would be sued until he was fucking poor.
And he actually fled to Argentina like his Nazi predecessors. And
okay, that's...
Fortunately, it is very difficult to get to and sue people in Argentina. So enjoy the community of Nazi refugees. You will fit right in there, my friend. But don't worry, guys. Denim says, even if this did happen, it's nothing to worry about because children actually don't remember anything. Isn't that fucking awesome? Look at this. It might be the dumbest, most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not ready for this one. I'm not ready for this. I'm literally not ready for the most retarded Denim's take in human history. And that's saying something. Okay? That's saying something. That this might be the dumbest fucking thing Denims has ever said. I can't believe I'm saying that. I know she's gonna one-up herself in like 2 days from now, but this is like levels of fucking stupid.
You really aren't.
This is levels of fucking stupid that we're reaching here. I don't like Ethan at all, but all this stuff is effed up. Yes, that's the point. That's the point of the stream. I don't fucking like Ethan, man.
I don't like Ethan, but all of this is effed up.
I don't like Ethan, but it's reached a point where even if you hate the motherfucker, you have to be like, these people are deranged.
Here's Denims on the floor. And then the part that, in my opinion, crossed the line was like, so I'm going to visit your kids at school and ask them questions. And I says, you're not fucking doing that. I mean, we both were like, that's not happening.
No,
not going,
terrifying.
You are not doing that. So he agreed to come visit our house
next week
when the kids are at home because he needs to fucking...
Okay, Denims. Okay. I see the cogs turning in your head right now. You're thinking. Well, you're not really thinking. It's just all fucking air up there. But there was like a spark of like, wait a minute. That sounds really bad. How can I mitigate this to the most retarded degree imaginable? That's what's going through Denim's head with like the two little neurons that are firing left in her fucking brain.
Interview our kids as a matter of procedure.
But I was like, I really don't want you to create any bad memory here for them. Like they are...
Which is fair. I don't feel comfortable with you asking them, do your parents hit you?
Yeah, guys.
Do your parents love you?
Traumatized by
trying to get these little fucking kids
like we have a
to engage
for that
in this
kind of thing happening. Skull emoji.
Isn't that crazy to all of you? I don't think what Hila's asking for is insane.
With Ethan and his law, I feel bad for him.
Is insane. I don't think it's crazy for her to be like, hey, I'm not really comfortable with you interviewing my children. I'm not comfortable with that. This is an unnecessary investigation. This is what a mother would feel. Is that I don't know you. I don't want you alone with my fucking kids. Yes, you might be with the government, but I don't want you alone with my children. I don't want you to traumatize them and say, does your dad hit you? Does your dad let you eat shit? What do you think? What do you think of your dad? You know, we heard that your dad hurts you. This is horrible shit. This is evil shit. When these parents have done nothing to their kids that we are fucking aware of, and you are making assumptions to break up a family all because they didn't have a hardline stance on a conflict that is thousands of miles away and doesn't fucking affect you.
5 and 3. They don't understand this shit. So I told him.
Now think, whore. Think. Use your brain. I know it's there. You exist in the universe. Use it. This is your time to sound smart.
Create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old, and it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
Look it up, Dunhams. I know you will. I've seen the clip.
Now, yes, you are. No, you're not. When we're talking about being able to remember, being able to recall memories, it's like bitch. 4 is the cutoff.
You do realize that a child, even if they don't directly remember something, they can remember the experience. That experience shapes that child in their future. That shapes their future. If something happens within that age range as a young child, that could shape them for the rest of their lives. Something traumatic happens when you're a fucking toddler, can shape your fucking personality for the rest of your life. Now, Dedhams, I'm not a parent and I fucking know that.
But even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15. You have made... But even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15.
Are you a fucking idiot? Like, genuinely. I remember when I was 5 to 6, we lived at a house. This nice house. It was by, we just moved from the house near the train tracks where we used to live. It was this big fucking tree. That tree, we couldn't put a swing on it because the roots were so big that if one of us fell off, we would have gotten a concussion. And I remember
this speech is dumb.
I'm literally gonna explain to you like a fucking memory from my childhood that still sticks with me to this day. My dad got this. It was one of those Hasbro blue wagons with like the red fucking the flaps so that you could put shit inside of it. It was like one of those cheap ones. And my dad was like pushing me down, like it was like a very small incline on the fucking the driveway from my house to the sidewalk, and he would push me down that thing all the time, and then one of the wheels went inward and the wagon flipped. Now I was fine, you know, I got a little bit of a scrape, but I was screaming and crying. That is like a vivid memory in my fucking head. I still remember it to this day. I'm in my late 20s. This bitch is the most retarded fucking person in human history to me. I can't stand this woman. I can't do it.
You have maybe 1 or 2 memories.
I just explained to you a legitimate fucking childhood memory to you. As detailed as I possibly could. How the fuck does she think that you're gonna forget a childhood memory at the age of 15? Everyone remembers something from their childhood. Everybody.
Whoa! It's wild that this, presumably, human being has had the experience of being a child and comes out with an expiration date.
I can literally, and I won't do this, but I can literally call my dad and be like, hey, do you remember this? And he'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, I was a fucking idiot for that. I was like, yeah, you were. And then just hang up. I'm not going to call my fucking dad.
Talking to a random stranger once isn't really memorable for a kid. There's a wide variation across the mean, across methods, cohorts. The average age of adults' earliest memories is 3.5 years old. You're not really forming memories at 3.
You literally just read out of your mouth that the average adult starts forming memories at 3.
Why can't I pause this?
What is happening? What universe do we exist in where this is a
okay. Now, okay, we're having fucking technical issues on fucking browser. Hooray! I love it. I love Firefox. I love it so much. It's definitely not the most annoying fucking thing in human history right now.
Denim's next talk point you'll forget with emas.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Something's happening. Something's fucking happening. Closing this. Closing this. Come on, motherfucker. Something's happening. I gotta pull all my shit up again. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Dude, Firefox sucks ass, dude. Edge isn't doing well with streaming. I don't know. I'm going to Brave. Fuck this shit. I'm going to Brave. I'm going to Brave. Fuck this shit. This is so gay. This is so fucking gay. Yeah. Hamas is trying to take down my Wi-Fi. The check that I got cut from the Russian government and the Israelis, they found me out, guys. They found me out. The $10,000 that I got from the Russian and Israeli governments to talk massive shit on fucking Hassan. They found out.
popular creator. One more time, guys, because it's absolutely fucking unreal. One more time, guys.
There's a wide variation about the mean across methods cohorts. The average age of adults' earliest memories is 3.5 years old. You're not really forming memories at 3. And it's...
How do you read something from a published article? I don't even know if this is an article. This looks like Wikipedia. Wikipedia is telling you that you're fucking wrong. And you're about to argue that it isn't. What is your background in child psychology? Serious question.
I had a surgery when I was 4. I still remember coming in and out of consciousness. Denims, Mike from PA, Bad Empanada, F all them in their bleeding shit pipe.
Denims, where is... I want to see a college degree, bitch, on your profession, your studies, your papers, your credentials when it comes to child psychology. Because if you're going to argue where you can literally click right there where there's a study by Freud, Henry, Miles, to show that you are wrong, and then try to argue that you aren't wrong. I want to know what school you went to. I want to know I want to know what psychology and how far you've gotten to learning about child fucking memory. I want to know. Yeah, Freud is a freak. But Freud has a lot more fucking experience than some whore on the internet.
Pretty rare to be forming memories, or like memories that you will keep, like at 5.
How exactly am I supposed to get through to a person and convince her wrong when she's literally disproving herself on her own stream and then ignoring what just came out of her mouth 5 seconds earlier? Her defense for sending the CPS to break up our family and to interrogate our 3- and 5-year-old is that, don't worry, kids don't remember stuff. Which just also, besides being pathetically...
It's dismissive. It's genuinely fucking dismissive of the situation. That is not a hyperbolic thing to say. That is not a false thing to say. It is dismissive. Dismissive of the overall issue that Ethan and Hila were falsely claimed to be abusing their children, and the government sent someone out to investigate it. Denims is trying to mitigate what actually happened. Period. We don't know if Denims was the one that got CPS involved. What we do know is that Denims allowed the chat to flood through it. Denims didn't disavow it. Denims didn't moderate it. Denims didn't do anything about it. If anything, she kind of just let it go. And then when it finally started to come back on them and somebody did call CPS, they're all pissing and moaning and saying, well, I never said to actually call it. It's like, okay, Okay, but you guys all reacted to Bad Empanada's video saying that they're horrible parents and getting their kids sick on purpose and that their kids roll around shit and then not stopping the audience from doing something like that. Or at least saying, hey, this is totally not real. And that even though we hate Ethan, this is totally out of left field. We don't know if Denims did it directly. We don't know if Bad Empanada did it directly, even though he's claiming credit. We don't know. But somebody did it. Somebody did it. Because of this stupid fucking beef going on.
Sociopathically insane not to care about the well-being of kids, just demonstrably false. Everybody knows that the most formative years of a child's life is around that age of 4, 5, 6, 7, when kids really take in their environment and develop who they become as people. Pretending as if interrogating my 3 and 5-year-old sons couldn't possibly cause any damage because they can't remember is the most insane, monstrous thing I could even imagine somebody to say about this. And it's just, beyond being insanely dumb, it's just callous, pathetic.
We're on this one video, and I've already killed an hour and 43 minutes of me just fucking ranting about all of my issues with these people and the overall issue that we're facing here. I don't give a fuck if you're pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, if you're in the center where you're like, we need to find a solution and not murder, led to a family having a government agency try to step in and take their kids away. I don't know how we got here. I still don't get it. And I don't get how these creators, that even though they're against Ethan, don't immediately scream from the rooftops, this is horrible. Horrible. Not, oh, well, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened. It's such a terrible thing. Well, I'll disavow it. No, this is a horrible action made by somebody. You're kidding me.
Well, really speaks for itself. It's the dumbest thing I think I have ever heard. Now, moving to Reddit, this whole theme of needing to call CPS on my kids is something that takes place on Reddit, originally from a subreddit called H3 Snark. On this subreddit, they have doxed us, harassed our employees, our Teddy Fresh employees who are not even related to the show, gone after crew members' parents, my parents, basically every conceivable way that you can be harassed, these people have done it. Actually, the subreddit was closed indeed, however, not by Reddit. According to Reddit, this subreddit is still fully open and operational and is committing breaking no rules. What actually happened is that somebody within their community started informing on them, and we have these screenshots, which I have not shown before, but I'll...
That is fucking insane that Ethan has like a fucking spy in the H3 Snark Reddit. That's crazy. All right, hold on. I need a bit of water. My throat's getting ripped apart here. Yeah, I know. Hassan moment. At least I'm not denying rapes. You know? At least I'm not that Hassan. I'd rather be the Hassan that leaves his chair versus the Hassan that denied rape.
Let's show them to you now. Here, one of the mods is talking about a person named Sturgeon, which is also a co-mod. And here they say, Adi explained to me that Sturgeon had made a fake post, the quote Ramadan post, and had become more and more unhinged. Here the mods are talking about another fellow moderator of theirs and actively covering up the fact that their mod faked a post on the H3 Snark subreddit. What happened was this story got picked up that we were banning people wishing a happy Ramadan. We were removing the posts and banning them. And this whole narrative of me being Islamophobic started to form on their subreddit, and getting picked up by shit tier content creators who don't give a fuck about anything. And we looked through our mod mail. We searched through it to see, well, this post, was it ever made? Because that's certainly not something we would ever do. And
okay, yo, stop that. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing?
Sure enough, there's zero record of it. It was completely fabricated. And when we said that it was completely fabricated, surprise, surprise, the person who posted it erased their account and erased the thread and completely disappeared. Yet the rumor continued to persist on their subreddit. It was never moderated. In fact, it was completely covered up by the mod team of H3 Snark. Here they are. Here's the mods doxing our office.
Let's see here. Hi, I know you're on a break, so I will just drop this info here in case you need it in the future. We found the H3 Studio address and Teddy Fresh actual address. Full address, Google Street View. On the right is H3, and the left is Teddy Fresh Studio listing. Link office location looks identical to H3. Full address from link in profile. This is deranged behavior.
Yes, this is actually a real screenshot. Hi, I know you're on break, so I'll just drop this info here in case you need it in the future. We found the H3 Studio and Teddy Fresh actual address. On the right is H3, on the left is TF. Studio listing, here's the link. It's identical to the H3, here's their address. This is fucking insane. These are the moderators. This isn't even like the community members. These are the people running the fucking subreddit. These people are knowingly putting us and employees in danger by sharing this address with each other with malicious intent. So once I started discussing that we had an informant in the ranks that was sending me this kinds of stuff.
Whoa! What the fuck am I reading right now? I just received something in regard to Bad Empanada. I haven't seen this before, so maybe you guys have heard it. I'm just gonna read this Discord DM. This Discord message real quick. Bad Empanada. Yeah, there's a warrant out for my arrest for some shit I didn't even do. Been spending the past few hours talking to a lawyer. Things likely will not go well. Going to begin wiping my drive just in case. I still have shit left over from when I was an edgy teen. This situation feels unreal.
My bad, Chris Liv was late on my end.
What the fuck was on his hard drive? If that's true. Obviously, if that's true. I don't know if that's 100%. I just got sent this completely out of context. What the fuck? There's no way. This is from, like, somebody I trust, too. This isn't, like, from, like, some glub shitto that sent this to me. This is from somebody that I, like, put my genuine trust in. Again, I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real. That's from somebody I trust. They are not in the commentary community. So, like, if that's real, what the fuck was on his hard drive? If it's real, obviously, I am not going to spread a fucking narrative that Bad Empanada has anything on his fucking hard drive. I'm not going to do that. I just saw it. That looks like a message from a Discord, which it is. It could be falsified. It could be fake. It could not even be remotely true. But it is crazy that that's being passed around right now.
Surprise, surprise. The moderators deleted.
Nope. We're not betting cheese pizza. We're not betting any of that stuff, okay? We read it. We're like, oh shit, that looks crazy. And moving on.
Their accounts and voluntarily closed the subreddit. Fascinating. After H3 Snark closed down, all the users migrated to another subreddit, H3H3_productions. And if you can believe it, the H3H3_productions subreddit is actually even more insane because there's no active...
See, Denims, that's how you fucking stop something from happening, bitch. That's how you go and stop it and go, hey, listen, that sounds fucking insane. I don't even know how real that is. I'm not going to perpetuate it. I just read it. We're not going to fucking say anything of definitive nature yet.
Moderators. I encourage you guys just to hop on over to H3H3_productions and just look through it.
I disavow anything that anyone is saying about that stuff, and you are not to engage with Bad Empanada.
Read the comments, look through the posts. You're not going to believe what you see there. And if you want to take a walk through memory lane, go over to H3 Snark 2 and see what the posts that are left up there and enjoy. Just to give you an idea about the CPS thing, here's an excerpt from the new Snark page, an exchange of great minds. All I know is that the more he's fucked with, the less he pushes Israeli propaganda. Therefore, I can only conclude that it is a good thing and that it must continue. The ethics of it mean...
Holy shit, I just saw something based. I'm looking
Sometime between the ages 4 or 6,
go,
I can vividly remember with very high
Dude.
detail how my grandfather
Nick's
slipped on the frozen
on
lake
Twitter.
by his
Holy
house
shit.
and needed to go to the emergency room. I am in my mid-20s.
Everyone remembers something. Dude, there's a woman that is... I'm checking my phone because people are sending me stuff, and I don't want to pull up Discord to crash the fucking browser. Someone tweeted at Nick... A conflict thousands of miles away in quotations, and not just a genocide in your country is directly involved in. Just don't speak on it if you're not willing to educate yourself. Nick just responds with fuck you. So based. So true. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I don't know, Chris.
You
he
guys
looks
were
like
demanding
Serbs. Duck emoji.
creators to say something about Palestine. And now that people are, you're getting mad that they're not falling in line with what you want us to, what you expect us to say. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Absolutely nothing to me. A response? You summarized it pretty much. Now, this is all taking place on Reddit. Active brigading harassment to the actual point of trying to break up our family and call CPS. Has Reddit done anything? Despite us complaining, making noise, reaching out for the past 2 years about this snark community? Worse. I believe, and I will show you why, that Reddit is colluding with, protecting with the moderators of this snark community. I believe that there's admins that work inside of Reddit that are members of this community and actively protecting it. I will show you my evidence. The first thing is that Ela works with a management company who has a connection to Reddit community managers. We first went through them, an official channel, to say, hey, this snark is out of control. They're harassing us all. They're definitely violating your site rules. Can you look into it? A day later, guess what? The snark page was permanently closed. Hooray, we said. That was awesome. All we needed was one person to take a look at it, and obviously it wasn't compliant with the rules. Well, 3 days later, the snark page was reinstated fully, and they made this post to celebrate. H3 mod announcement. We're back after a much needed break. We are just a group of volunteers and we appreciate your patience. Our relationship...
You're volunteers. You fucking liars. Our relationship with Reddit is currently better than ever and we're in good communication with the admins. Whoa! See, this is why I'm blackpilled. This is why I'm blackpilled on the Reddit stuff, being like, oh, go protest outside of Reddit. This is why I'm blackpilled. This right here. This literally is why I said what I said earlier, saying, oh, going protesting outside of Reddit isn't really going to amount to much. There you go. That's why. That's why I'm blackpilled as fuck. Because Reddit is compromised just like Twitch. Say what you will about YouTube. At least it's in a fucking, like, at least it's an ethereal head. It does not give a fuck. Like, has it had its moments of, like, shadow banning and deplatforming? Absolutely. But, like, not to this degree. Not this blatantly. If I'm being brutally honest with you. It's never been this blatant. It is nothing on Twitch and fucking Reddit. Nothing.
With Reddit is currently better than ever, and we're in good communication with the admins. Now, that to me stood out quite tremendously, considering that our subreddit with 600,000 users, the second biggest podcast subreddit on the entire site behind Joe Rogan, has never had contact with admins. They have never reached out to us. But why is it that the admins are in constant contact with this small niche subreddit dedicated to harassing people, but we, one of the biggest subreddits on the website, have not heard a single word for them ever? When someone created a snark page dedicated to Hassan Piker, it was immediately deleted for harassment. Take a look. The subreddit was banned due to a violation of Reddit's content policy again.
Crazy that Hassan's fucking Reddit got banned. That's fucking insane. Whoa. You know, Hassan also has basically control, like, bitched at LSF, right? And, like, convinced them to stop talking about him. That was a couple of years ago. Now, I'm not saying Hassan's people are in control of LSF, but that's a little crazy that Hassan's little thing got banned, but Ethan isn't.
It's harassing content. So it's harassing when it happens to Hassan Piker, but it's okay, great behavior when it happens to Ethan Klein. What's with the double standard? What about Trisha? Trishyland was a huge snark subreddit. It was super active, and these people were, you know, really nasty. Trishyland was also banned. The reason given is this subreddit has been banned for excessive copyright removals. Now
this is the problem with these fucking companies being located in, like, San Francisco and fucking California. I hate to be the fucking asshole about it, but, like, so these companies operate within an area that is obvious. You have to be borderline retarded not to immediately think these people are on the side of people like Hassan and others. These people all share the same fucking ideology. They all do. They really fucking do. And it's sickening that there's no objective nature to anything anymore. There's no objective. There's no middle of the road. There's no actual enforcement of things. It's literally just, we will pick and choose what we feel like dealing with, and if it's something that we like, we won't deal. We will just, you know, if we like it, we'll just let it continue going. Brain rot hyper leftists.
Specifically interesting and extremely suspect, considering we've performed dozens of copyright strikes on the snark subreddit. We have removed dozens of posts. All the posts we removed had zero commentary.
By the way, to not let that line get slipped by here, the copyright argument. See, I am a copyright fucking loser that cares about DMCA. Now, a clip? Don't care. Post the clip. Right? I don't give a shit. It's not a market replacement. It's not really anything in that particular vein. Here's where the snark Reddit doesn't get any sort of credence from me. It's when there are posts legitimately saying, we are only posting this here to take views away from the channel, to take money away, to A-log, basically anything along those lines. A-logging I have no problem with, but these people are directly saying we are going to set up websites to stream the show in the Discord, in the Reddit, so we don't have to give Ethan a view. That's called infringement. That's called trademark violations. That's called copyright violation law. And to people who defended the snark during that time frame, Paige and Adam, you guys really don't understand what copyright is. You don't. This is not a Dark Viper pedophile argumentation point. Dark Viper debate pedophile. Excuse me. Dark Viper is not a pedophile. I meant to say debate pedophile. And then there is the the aspects of just free use for content in general. These are people that are legitimately outing themselves as saying they are stealing this content on purpose and admitting to doing that. And Adam and all these creators that were backing up the snark just completely ignored that? Crazy.
Or specifically stated that their intention was to steal and siphon views from our property. Besides being granted dozens of DMCA takedowns, Reddit has actually had the nerve to serve us counter notifications on these, or to downright reject dozens and dozens of legitimate DMCA requests outright. Now, how the fuck does Trisha get her subreddit removed for copyright infringement? Meanwhile, when I try to do DMCA takedowns on the subreddit, they literally get denied by Reddit. It's my opinion that the stated reason of repeated copyright infringement is a total cover-up. Listen to Trisha in her own words describe how she got her snark permanently banned from Reddit.
It's like one of the downsides about being online, I'm sure, and then when you become a mom, I'm curious about how you're seeing and feeling about, if you don't mind, you don't have to answer this, but like it's one thing for you to like insult me or like the work I've done or me leaning into nostalgia, but it's another thing that if you bring my kids into it, like I'm gonna throw hands. Yeah, and I'm gonna.
It's not a safe harbor argumentation. That's the thing. So I understand that there's arguments of like safe harbor and everything like that, right? And I am very for open internet. I am very open to that. I don't want people to be fucking ID'd. I don't want any of that shit on the internet. What I will say, though, is that there needs to be a baseline, right, for like copyright law and infringement and everything. And that baseline exists today. The problem is that snark does not follow the baseline of fucking copyright infringement. So I don't feel really that sympathetic when Ethan starts DMCA fucking bombing people.
Find your profile. I'm not just gonna block it.
Oh yeah.
And I understand they lose safe harbor if they get involved. Ethan is definitely fucking towing a line there. But like, if these people in these posts are literally saying on the post, we are taking this so Ethan doesn't get a view, and it's a fully unedited like episode or something, and Ethan strikes that should be taken down.
Dude, I found him. I did a whole documentary.
Am I wrong on that? Am I being overly dramatic? No.
On Reddit, I had a horrible snark Reddit that was like posting pictures of her doctor, like all this stuff like that, like just making fun of her, like showing where her future schools would be.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, so I did a whole documentary. I had a whole crew come out. It was like a month process, and I did this whole documentary. I like hired a private investigator.
So
like
you did a troll hunter.
Yeah,
like,
1,000%. 1,000%. And ultimately, I don't even know if it'll come out because it worked now. All my snark Reddits are taken down. The minute one is created, it gets taken down within 20 minutes.
They're like, yeah, we don't fuck with Trisha.
Yeah, I don't know. I called Reddit. I went on this like website to get everybody who worked at like Reddit. I like said this is.
I've done all of that and more over a longer period of time, 2 years, with escalating levels of harassment.
And I know Ethan and Trisha are like at each other's throats all the fucking time, and their drama is just a complete fucking mess. But like, damn, son. Oh, sweet fucking Christ! Why did I just get this DM? Is he watching right now? Are you watching? You know who I'm talking to right now. You're kidding, right? I don't have enough energy to yell about that right now. All right, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't have the energy to yell about that.
Why was it that Trisha and Hassan's were taken down?
I'll yell about it another time.
But mine remains up. Why did Reddit list the reason as copyright infringement when the actual reason was harassment, as explained by Trisha? By the way, the DMCAs are written by my attorney. It's not even some like ragtag bullshit where I do it myself. My attorney writes it out, well-reasoned, well-sourced, and Reddit ignores it. How is that possible? This is one of my favorite examples. We made a subreddit called Snark.
Now, is it Boblax? No, it's not Boblax. All right, fine. I'll just say it. I don't have time to like fucking scream and yell about it. Oh, but I'll let you know. If you look at Dexterto on Twitter right now, 44 minutes ago, Twitch has unbanned Zero after 5 years. And now Zero is apparently a bodybuilder. He went from 400 pounds to 188. Oh, they wrote a whole article as to why he was banned. Man, oh. Ooh, I'm not reading all that right now. I'm not doing it. Nope.
To make fun of snark subreddits in general. And the
Dexterto article talks about all of it.
community was actually starting to pick up steam and become pretty active. Well, it was removed. Why was it removed? For harassment. But wait, it gets even...
I do not have the time to sit you guys down and talk about the Zero stuff. Go watch, like, Nick's old content on it or, like, Augie's. I was not involved in that. Just no ice cubes. That's all I have to say.
better. A few days later, maybe a week later, it's back open. And the moderator now that owns the subreddit is a user named Shredder Cheese, which is a mod for H3 Snark. Shredder Cheese is a reference to a story they love to tell about how I killed my beloved dog Shredder by feeding him cheese. The mod for H3 Snark named Shredder Cheese is now the owner of Snark.
I tried joining the Discord server, but the link expired. The link expired? I thought the link was still active. Okay. Let me repost the link in the chat, because you can still join if it's free. There is a free chat, but I'm not sure why the link expired. It should be like a consistent link. There you go. There you go. If you want to join the Discord. It's a very boring Discord, so if you make a fuss and you start doing retarded shit, I ban on site. I'm like, fucking, I don't feel like dealing with retards, okay?
How, Elas? I would also like to know, how the fuck is that possible? What the fuck is going on? Of all the harassing posts on the new Snark, the reports are being denied. Now, let me show you an example of one of the posts, just one of many, that Reddit refused to remove. The title is, I'm calling CPS on Ethan again. It says, this time because his kids are around Zionists, which is a high predictor for baby.
Again, normally I'd sit there and be like, man, this is probably just a troll bait tweet or a troll bait post. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking with them. The problem is with that logic at this point is that it's not troll bait anymore, at all, in my opinion. We've reached the point where we can't do the whole troll bait, oh, we're making Ethan have a mental breakdown sort of thing. This is, again, this is like with Gabby Hanna. They've reached the point where it's like actually dangerous. And this isn't like troll bait. These people are serious.
Murder. This is a post that is still up on the subreddit that was reported, and Reddit admins reviewed this and said, no, this is compliant. In closing,
I don't know how that's compliant whatsoever. Like, I'm for free and open internet. Say what the fuck you want in that context. But if it's like contributing to people real life harm, and trying to have CPS called on a family that has no reason to have CPS called on them, yeah, that's not, no, sorry, buddy. There's certain stipulations that I have.
Let's take a look at Reddit's #1 rule for using their site. #1 rule. Remember the human. Reddit is a place for creating community and belonging, not for attacking marginalized or vulnerable groups of people. Everyone has a right to use Reddit free of harassment.
Also, if you just joined the Discord and you're looking to access the rest of the channels, you have to be a member. For the main cop chat, that's the one I usually talk in. The Academy chats, the free chat, all the other chats, you have to link your Discord to your YouTube account. If you look at the members only post on the channel, it'll even give you a link to show you how to set it up.
Harassment, bullying, and threats of violence. Communities and users that incite violence or promote hate based on identity or vulnerability will be banned. This post does not violate rule #1, according to people that work at Reddit and have reviewed it manually. At first, I thought it was crazy. I was like, there's no way Reddit is actually colluding to protect them. But after 2 years passed and the shit just keeps piling up, there's literally no other conclusion that could explain.
I kind of agree with that. It's been 2 whole years. Other Reddits have been taken down for the same fucking thing. Like, I don't know how you don't reach that point. That you aren't thinking, you know what, fuck it. These people are trying to fuck me. Like, how don't you reach to that conclusion yet?
In my content, Nuke, I explore the idea that Twitch has been ideologically captured. And the people in that company...
The idea of it? It's not an idea. It's a fucking reality.
are using their terms of service selectively as a form of activism. They come down hard against people that they disagree with politically, and they ignore, protect, elevate the people that they do agree with politically. Something happened recently that's going to blow your mind. I started running reruns of Content Nuke on my Twitch channel as a form of protest, being petty, honestly, and just wanting people on Twitch to see the video I made. Well, wouldn't you know it, if on the same day we launched it,
Yeah, this stream's gonna stay up. I'm just gonna keep up the raw VOD. This is all just one fucking topic through and through.
Our stream was closed.
Anytime I only do one topic, it stays up like through and through.
For 30 days, we got a suspension for 30 days. That's pretty severe. What is it that we did wrong? Encouraging or glorifying extreme violence.
Oh god, do I really have to fucking talk about the Twitch shit? Oh my god, I'm blackpilled on Twitch. I really am. I'm blackpilled on Twitch. I'm blackpilled on Reddit. I'm blackpilled on all these fucking companies. None of them actually give a fuck. None of them will be consistent. There's always going to be favorites. And they're always going to fucking bullshit their way through this. Oh god. Like what more can I say about fucking Twitch, man? The fact that they banned Hassan's own content, a video about Hassan's content, and calling it glorifying extreme violence is the most ironic thing imaginable.
So, to get this straight, my video showing Hassan supporting terrorism got me a 30-day ban for encouraging and glorifying extreme violence. Hassan's footage of him doing it on their platform and actually encouraging terrorism, no punishment. How the fuck can you be this blatantly, pathetically obvious? They don't care. Nothing's changed. They don't care. They're spitting in our fucking face. They're flaunting it. They don't give a fuck. I got banned for 30 days for showing his content that he wasn't punished for. Make it make sense. And, you know, people go, oh, it's automated. It's probably a mistake. Well, fair enough, right? And that's why I appealed it. And within a few hours, I got the answer on the appeal. Your account was recently suspended for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence. And remember,
this is the most corporate fucking bullshit imaginable. You put an appeal in, it kicks back after like 10 minutes. I fucking deal with this constantly. I get this is like the most ironically funny fucking thing to happen, but like this is the most basic shit a company would do. Like, but the thing is that if this was YouTube, I'd be like, yeah, YouTube's just fucking up. They're retarded. But like in Twitch's case, they have done nothing for me to be like remotely charitable in that aspect. They are just gun guarding for their favorite streamers. It's crazy.
Of our team has reviewed your appeal, and after taking a look into the details of your case, we have determined that your account will remain suspended due to your violation of our community guidelines. I have never been so black-pilled in my life. I feel like I am trapped.
Me too, Ethan. I'm not even a part of this shit, and I feel the black pill with you, bro. Like this is the problem, man. Like you do commentary like for a good period of time. You start off like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and you're like, yeah, there's definitely a way for like, you know, there's no way these companies would do X, Y, and Z or let this happen. And then you start digging, and you start dealing with it, and you still deal with it and deal with it and deal with it and look at it.
He was suspended for promoting violence. Now excuse us as we allow this other person to promote violence.
It just whittles your soul down that you just start to hate these companies like 50,000 times more than you did as like a fucking user, man.
And that the world has gone fucking insane. This shit is bananas. What is happening? And I feel that I'm getting the same treatment now from Reddit. Now, I know they're both San Francisco-based tech companies, but did you know that these two companies in San Francisco, their headquarters are...
It's a 16-minute walk. How many restaurants do you think are right down that line in bars where they bump into each other and they talk? How many restaurants just on that one street alone? How many bars, restaurants, clubs? It's fucking crazy, right? It's crazy. Dude, this sounds conspiratorial, obviously, right? It's conspiratorial to be like, yeah, 100% Reddit and Twitch are totally, like, they're coordinating, they're colluding with each other, but like, the coincidence is crazy.
Blocks away from each other. It's just interesting. It's just interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. It sounds schizophrenic when I hear myself say it out loud. But like, what?
Because it shows there's some culture happening.
No, I don't think they're actually colluding against Ethan. I just think that the overall, what's the word I'm looking for? The overall culture of that specific area of like Silicon Valley, San Francisco based tech companies, They really just believe their shit doesn't stink, and they're all like super hyper leftists. Like, have you been to San Francisco? Have you been to San Francisco? South Park did a whole fucking skit where they were like smelling each other's like their own farts and shit. San Francisco's a whole hellscape of the most pretentious people that you have ever met. I can't imagine working down the street from each other and not having like a pretentious off with each other. And like, I don't know. I'm not saying they're colluding. I'm not saying that there's best fucking friends and they're like, yeah, guys, we're going to fuck with Ethan Klein today. No, but those ideologies potentially coincide with each other that caused this shitstorm.
In this tech space, I think that these people are all very similar minded. I think that's what this is telling me. Because you got to fit in. If you're going to work at one of these tech companies, you got to fall in line. You know what I mean? You got to be.
What the fuck? I made it to like here in Ethan's video. I did not know he said that. That's crazy. Why am I agreeing with Ethan? Why? It's because this is the worst part, man. I am agreeing with Ethan because he actually sounds reasonable for the first time in fucking years. Because the opposition is so fucking delusional. They're so insane. They're so evil. Like, he's just fucking right.
One of the good guys. Actually, I found out that our stream got suspended for 30 days live on the podcast.
Is this your account? Oh, your account is currently suspended. To view more information about your enforcement, file an appeal. Okay.
Oh my God! It got banned for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence.
Whoa.
That's fucking,
wow.
That's Hassan's content that's on your platform that he didn't get in trouble for. Holy fuck.
How long has it been?
It should be only a...
Okay, this crashed again. Wonderful. Restore tab. I love that. I love when that happens. It's definitely not the most annoying fucking thing on planet Earth every time it happens. All right. Pull you up. Hello, chat. Hello. Got to switch that over real quick. Oop, not fan funding. Nobody wants to just see the super chats.
Day ban, right? In theory.
Dude, I swear to God, Beckett just makes fucking bank charging you guys to like be on the screen. The fuck am I doing?
In theory, it should be no ban because it's his content.
Guys, I got a 30-day ban.
30 days?
30 day, and I didn't even say 30-day ban.
Hey, Coffin, thank you for the membership. Yeah, memberships are really important to the channel. And if you become a member, you can join the Discord. Why don't I goal? Because I really don't like the idea of a goal. I don't. I don't really care. I like money's great and all, right? But my whole thing is like, I do this because I like to do it, right? Money's amazing, but I don't feel like doing the Pavlov dog thing of like making you guys feel like you have to donate. I've always been like that. I still think it's weird to this day that people even donate to me at all. But I appreciate it every single time I get it. You know, it's like really fucking amazing for you guys. You guys have helped me out so much. You have no idea.
I mean, it was worth it to do this just for this. I'm surprised that they're this pathetic.
Yeah, because I genuinely am too.
That's a manual ban too.
Now, after our appeal was denied, the story started to go viral for its blatant, obvious, laughably absurd hypocrisy, at which point they panicked and unbanned our stream with an apology. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We made the wrong decision. Well, somebody made the wrong decision manually twice. You want to fucking explain that shit? So here we are, where it's acceptable to call child protective services on people as an act of political protest on a website, Reddit, in which they do not care, they protect it, they enable it. I have a meeting with CPS on Wednesday where they're going to talk to my fucking children. Twitch is banning us for showing Hassan promoting terrorism. Ban me for 30 days, no punishment for him. What the fuck is going on?
Craziness. Just utter insanity. All because the guy had a middle-of-the-road take on Palestine and Israel. I understand that there is a horrible situation happening over there. I pray for the fucking families involved on both sides because there are innocents on both sides. And if you forget that there are innocents on both sides, you're no better than the side that you fucking hate. I cannot stress that enough. These people need to understand that. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of pretending that's not the case. I'm sick of these people weaponizing each side to their own fucking delusions and to their own fucking gains. It's aggravating to me. Let's talk a little bit more about the snark Reddit. All right. I don't know if you've seen this video before. I found this pure happenstance. This video was uploaded 8 days ago by the channel called The Law. Now, this channel, this individual, used to be a snarker. They used to be a part of the H3 snark Reddit before it became way more than what it used to be, which was already pretty bad. But this guy recognized that this is a bad fucking group and has now made a video explaining how it works.
For more than a year now, Ethan has been talking about it and saying how toxic this place is, how they promote harassment, doxing, stalking, and why it should be banned.
I bring this to you,
H3 React. See, I didn't know he did that. Did not know that, Sneezy. Thank you.
because I respect the H3 snark.
This is never gonna fucking leave Adam. It never will. I'm gonna be honest, Adam. You're a fucking idiot for this. You guys didn't have just to defend Snark because you wanted to make a video on Ethan. Like, I'm not an Ethan fan. You fucking know that, Adam. Everybody that I'm criticizing that made videos against Ethan, I'm not coming after you for that. It's the people that fucking allowed and said, I respect this. I respect this Reddit. I respect what they do there. Oh, they have good information there. Oh, I use this place as informational gathering. Now, is Ethan a hypocrite for like the whole Trishy Land shit and like the frenemy stuff? Yeah, he is. He is. Problem is though, is that that doesn't matter to me at this point. The thing is that if you guys knew how bad Trishy Land was, and you see the same parallels of Trishy Land and frenemies and all these things, Adam, why would you ever respect one that is basically doing the same thing as those Reddits that you had an issue with? Even if Ethan is a hypocrite, don't you have like some form of fucking integrity? Have you seen? No fucking shot. Null said that. Have you seen what Null? Dude, Null. I know Null, like, I think called me an F slur when he was reacting to one of my videos about Keffels. Or, like, he brought it up for, like, a second or something. It was, like, a clip. And, I think he called me, like, a faggot. Still the funniest thing I was ever said in my entire life. He said that on the Ethan thread? That's crazy. He actually hates the Snark Reddit. But do I condemn Kiwi Farms? I defend certain aspects of Kiwi Farms. I condemn, like, dox information and all those things, right? I'm not a fan of people doxing people or people using that information in those retrospects. And the thing is that, Kiwi Farms, at least Null, has it like mildly managed. The Snark Reddit takes it to another level that I actually perceive to be worse than the farms. I thought the farms didn't allow doxing. Sometimes it slips through the cracks, I believe. I don't know. I don't use the farms very often. Really at all, actually. I think I've been there like a handful of times. I've had, some people have posted doxes of people on the farms. I've seen that happen. So, like, again, I disavow that stuff. I'm really not fucking cool with that. But at least the farms has a rule. Don't touch the poo. Don't touch the poo. That is the overall sentiment over at Kiwi Farms. While the H3 Snark is okay with significant life ruination and touching the poo. That's what makes Kiwi Farms better than the H3 Snark.
I have to disappear for a bit, so here's a 5 if the stream ends by the time I get back.
Thanks, man. It's not an insane take. That's a fact. The Snark is actually worse than Kiwi Farms now, in my opinion. Way worse. You don't touch the poo. Reddit is letting the H3 Snark get away with shit I'd perma-ban people for, straight up, no questions asked. Null yesterday at 3:20 a.m. Jesus Christ, Null. You're based as fuck. That is so goddamn true. That's so fucking true. I respect the fuck out of Null for taking that stance.
and I believe that they're being silenced.
However, since I explained that the false copyright claiming that was taking place on the H3 snark Reddit was actually, I believe, in my humble opinion, completely unfounded.
Really? Unfounded. Crazy page. Crazy.
That one didn't age quite so well.
On February 19th.
I'm dealing with two Rathians RN.
Alright, what you need to do is you need to like cut the tail off of one of them, shoot a bomb at the other, and then they'll dissipate, kill that one, and then hunt the other one like a man.
2025, Ethan Klein announced on his H3 podcast that he will be facing legal action against the H3 snark Reddit, and specifically targeting the mods that encourage spreading misinformation and harassment towards Ethan's family and co-workers.
Uh-oh. And once, listen guys, at this point you're totally fucked. Here's the thing. There's a subpoena that's going to come. You can't erase your data, even if...
I literally have no sympathy for all of these fucking people that are going to have a subpoena against them. I have no sympathy. I really don't. I can't even justify sympathy. If Ethan doesn't like post the fucking shit to the public and like say, look, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. If he doesn't do that, I'm like, whatever. These people have literally made up legitimate lies about him, contacted CPS, doxed family members, businesses, fucking tried to get... I heard that they tried to get Love deported. I don't feel sympathy. I don't. I can't be sympathetic to this.
If you didn't log in, we're going to
watch the Adam McIntyre response to Ethan. Fuck no, because Adam's going to... let me guess, Shogun, how Adam McIntyre responded. I'm literally going to guess, and you tell me if I'm right. Ethan's a grown man, and this grown man is attacking me, and they've been always after me, even though I'm a perfect, and their community harasses me constantly. They never leave me alone. I do nothing at all. I just talk about how crazy they are. Gila tried to threaten to kill me. Did I get it right? How did I know? Because Adam's predictable. Adam is predictable. How did I know? It's so easy. These are the T community people. We forget that fucking Adam and Paige and a bunch of these people came from the fucking T community. Why do I have to watch Adam's video when it is nothing but sheer, uncut, grade A Colombian cope? Why do I have to watch that? Genuinely.
get your IP.
I already know what to say. Adam, you're a liar and a hypocrite. There you go. You're a hypocrite. You're actually a fucking asshole. And Ethan has done nothing to you like what Colleen's done. And you can't do the whole like, oh, well, this grown man's attacking me. Adam, you're an adult now. You're not a minor like when Colleen went after you. You're a grown man making your grown man decisions. You're an adult. Own the consequences of your actions.
The address, we're going to find out.
Now, I am confident.
Yes, Adam McIntyre was treated horribly by Colleen Ballinger. I still stand by that. Still stand 10 toes on it. But Adam is trying to make it out, in my opinion, and make it look like he's being bullied by a grown man. Okay? Adam, please be more pointed when you're talking about this shit at this point. Don't say, I respect the snark Reddit, even with additional context that does not make you look good with all of the things that have happened.
That Ethan Klein is going to win this lawsuit because I have personally been moderating the sub since last year and found endless amounts of misinformation spreading as truth, but also the dummies who run the H3 Snark page started deleting their accounts and taking down posts on the same day when Ethan announced his lawsuit towards the subreddit. Even an idiot like Phidias could piece together that the mods of H3 Snark are bailing ship before they get exposed to the whole world for allowing misinformation and harassment to grow in their Snark subreddit. So since Ethan is going to rightfully Thanos snap the H3 Snark sub out of existence with the lawsuit, I want this video to be a reminder of just how toxic the H3 Snark subreddit was and to call out the creators who not only promoted.
Yeah, Jake Doolittle did the same thing. This grown man's bullying me. He's obsessed with me. Blah, 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 blah. When you guys shoot across the bow and then you make yourselves easy fucking content. Yeah, okay.
The H3 Snark subreddit, but also defended it by portraying it as an innocent subreddit that is being unfairly attacked by Ethan Klein.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong.
He's been trying to portray the people who participate in this sub as stalker lunatics, but in reality, most of them are former big fans who are now disappointed in Ethan.
This YouTuber, by the name of Ethan's Basement, makes the claim that the people on H3 Snark aren't crazy stalkers and lunatics like how Ethan portrays them to be. Well, let's actually look into that claim by going over a Reddit feature that the H3 Snark mods tried to use in order to promote mob mentality harassment against the H3 crew. Back in July of last year, the H3 Snark page
just opened the live chat a bit early for today, the H3 TV episode. Feel free to join and leave a comment so you get notifications when the show is live. Also, we will have a live chat for Friday's H3 live show. Last time, there were nearly 900 chatters. We hope to see you there. So much fun. Now, question, guys. This mobile and desktop link is a restream and chat of Ethan's content without permission, without any transformation. Nobody's talking, nobody's criticizing, nobody's adding more to the conversation. It's literally just a rip of the live stream. Now, my question, and what I've always stood on 10 toes, right, is that if there is a straight rebroadcast, rip, or total re-upload, it could be striked. I do not know how people defended this fucking snark Reddit when this is one of the larger fucking announcements by a mod. How do you do that?
Announced that there would be a live chat open at the same time that the H3 podcast went live. Not only would they use the live chat as a tool to not give their views to Ethan's podcast channel, but it also provided a toxic space that would unsurprisingly spread lies and—
Let's see your snark chat. If I see any anticism or Islamophobic shit in the chat, I will fucking ban you with a smile on my fucking face and my fucking clear. Crazy. It's almost like you guys let that perforate.
cultivate hate towards the H3 crew. Whether it's calling Dan a misogynist who hates—
Dan hates women and gay people. Where did you get that from?
gay people, saying that Gila is programmed—
Gila looks at Ethan because that's her programming, okay?
—to take orders—
That one's kind of funny.
—from her husband. How that is literally misogyny, by the way. Or just flat out making up disgusting lies.
I'm not condoning this at all, but Olivia literally said on the show she enjoys receiving cum tributes in DMs. These are just fucking retarded Redditors. Like, this is the kind of shit, like, I would laugh at normally. But this isn't, like shitty little, funny little fucking dumbass jokes, right? These are people that, like, genuinely hate Ethan and genuinely believe this shit. Like, it would be funny if it was just, like, a one-off comment on a fucking stream, like, cracking jokes. I've said things about Olivia. I've said things about Hila. I've said things about Dan and all these people. But there was never, like, real hatred for it. It was just like, yeah, fuck those guys. These people, like, actually hate them. These people have genuine malice and hate that carry through their voices with this. I'm not condoning this at all, but okay.
So that a crew member would receive unwanted
So this is the thing. When you preface this, I'm not condoning this at all. And letting people know about that stuff, especially in a Reddit that hates them. And it is very obvious what you're planning to do there. Kind of like pushing people to maybe do it.
Tributes in their DMs. That is also illegal, by the way. Their H3 Snark live chat was a place where—
So you're going 65 into 35. You're anti-Semitic. You hate Jews. Did you know I'm a Jew? Yes. Up right here. Hassan type beat fan. Hassan type beat.
Chernobyl would likely call home because of—
Olivia says with getting any type of attention from any man whatsoever.
just how toxic it was. The Snarkers would even post drawings of crew members for the purpose of everyone else in the live chat to make fun of—
Wait, was that? Is that who I thought it was?
Because of just how toxic it was. The Snarkers would even post drawings of crew—
That artwork looks like— Why does that artwork look like, worm? Just a worm? Are you still out there, buddy? Are you still out there, just a worm? Lurking in the shadows?
Members for the purpose of everyone else in the—
Someone lied to her and said she was hot, fly, sexy, and beautiful. She's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Live chat to make fun of them. But the thing that stuck out to me from the times I was looking at the H3 Snark live chat is that they really, really, really hate Zach. Whenever Zach was on screen,
Why would you— Okay, listen, I've like said a lot of shit about like a lot of the members of the H3 fucking podcast when I was like super fucking anti H3. because it was just gay. I hated his whole fucking retarded arc with Hassan and the politics. I hated all that shit. I genuinely did. How do you hate Zach? Like, genuinely. Like, how do you hate him? I don't think I've ever, like, said anything significantly negative about Zach outside of, like, the soundboard's annoying. I don't think I've ever done that. If I have, I'll fucking eat my own words, but, like, even Love, Zach, I hate Olivia, because she went, like, she did a whole doxing thing. I still stand by that. Olivia's a bitch for that. Still don't like Ethan for what he did for that either. Yeah, all my criticisms of Ethan, like, still stand to this fucking day from back then. But, like, Dan, I think the worst thing I ever said about Dan is that, like, he's a shitty producer. And that, like, I jokingly said I would be a better producer than him while being the shittiest producer in human history.
H3 Snark Chat would go crazy and comment about how ugly Zach is. They even went as far as to post screenshots of any H3 fans would compliment Zach so that everyone in the live chat can make fun of them. Now, if that isn't promoting harassment and lunatic behavior, then I don't know what is.
Olivia needs to stop encouraging the stalkers. She has done it before. That is fucking insane coming from you people. You're literally the stalkers. What are you talking about?
But the irony in all of this is how the Snark live chat ended. All the comments that I showed weren't deleted, nor were the users timed out or banned for spreading lies and hate by the H3 Snark moderators. Now, this doesn't mean that the live chat wasn't moderated. In fact, it was the opposite. The H3 Snark moderators encouraged.
The Redditors would be angry if you did this to somebody who is trans. Yep. They'd be calling everybody like transphobic, every phobic imaginable, ableism, whatever the fuck you could think of. But because it's against the man that said one nuanced take about a conflict that is happening thousands of miles away, you know, it's just free game. It's free game to them.
This type of behavior, and even promoted the user who said Dan.
Ethan's rogue gallery's coming to is kind of wholesome. This is like the weirdest part, right? Like people did not like Ethan. Dude, I was on a show dedicated to hating on Ethan. With a man who genuinely hates Ethan. Like actual real vitriolic hatred. The two of them hate each other, okay? And even him, even me, I have to defend Ethan in this, which is crazy.
Hates women and gay people to an official moderator. Unsurprisingly, actions like this.
That's insane. Everybody who all of us would be called like drama slop content, horrible people. We won't defend people that actually deserve defending. And then when we do it, they're all like, oh, Ethan's a piece of shit. Like, holy fuck.
Eventually snowballed to the live chat being impossible to manage, and what better way to show it to you?
Hassan allows his community crew to have free speech. I'm sorry. I didn't see that before. I'm sorry. Did I just read that? Lecky Corey, whatever the fuck your retarded ass Reddit name is. Hassan allows his community and crew to have free speech. All I said in Hassan's chat was that he should not back out of debating Willie Mack's show. And kept saying that because he kept trying to back out of it when he was the one that challenged to debate Willie. And I got banned for that. What? Hassan's community does not allow free speech. That is not a thing. That is not a real thing that you actually believe. Ethan and H3 wouldn't understand that.
You, then by showing an H3 Snark moderator slowly descend into madness from trying to moderate a live chat of over 800 snarkers who are allowed to spread lies and harassment. The H3 Snark live chat feature would be closed in September because it turns out that it's a bad idea to hold a live chat where the sole purpose is to spread hate and harassment towards someone, which brings up my next point.
However, I find it quite
This is where like I found this video to be significantly interesting. All right, this is where my fucking curiosity like went through the fucking roof.
interesting that when it comes to the snark, we went straight to litigation. Instead of attempting to speak to H3 snark moderators and come to an
Why do you have to speak to these people? Honest to Christ. Even with the sock puppet argumentation that's going to be put out here, what does Ethan have to talk to them about when they're like doxing, harassing his crew, making up genuine lies about him? Why does he have to like why does he have to go speak to them, Paige? They're obviously not going to work with him. I'm in shock that Paige like actually made a video kind of like talking about the snark in the way that she did. I thought Paige was like smarter than that.
Agreement of how content can be posted on the platform. He's gone out of his way to like agitate the subreddit.
YouTuber Paige Christie defends the H3 Snark community by claiming that Ethan Klein should have just had a civil conversation with the H3 Snark mods instead of pursuing legal action.
You know, the thing is that this isn't like a content creator sort of situation, right? So Paige is arguing that they should have spoke one-on-one, like the moderators and Ethan, right? The thing is, and this is the thing that everyone tends to fucking forget about why Ethan was known as the fair use guy, is because he was falsely DMCA'd for a fully transformed video that used less than a couple of seconds of somebody's clip in a transformed criticism commentary skit video, and won that. He didn't fight on behalf of full re-uploads. He didn't fight on behalf of full rips of VODs being uploaded or restreamed with absolutely no commentary whatsoever or transformation whatsoever. No, that's not what he fought for. And Paige trying to kind of like make that argument, well, Ethan's a hypocrite. He's not really the fair use guy. Doesn't really hold water when you kind of remember what actually happened and what these people are doing.
But the reason why Ethan had to take legal action is simple. You can't have an honest conversation with anyone. They aren't even real. Let me explain. The H3 Snark moderator list has over 30 plus moderators, but if you take a closer look at the accounts, it becomes clear that most of the mods aren't even real accounts, but rather sock puppet accounts. I wish I could show you.
What the fuck? Hold on. I want to see the dates. What is there some way?
The accounts.
March 26, 2024. That one's Feb 6, 2025. Feb 8, 2025. Feb 6, 2025. Almost 4 hours after that.
It becomes clear that most of the mods aren't even real accounts, but rather sock puppet.
These posts are like when they became part of the mod team.
He wasn't defending people like Jinx.
Nope. He wasn't defending straight re-uploads, straight rips of VODs. He wasn't defending complete restreams of content with no commentary. Paige and the rest of these fucking idiots don't know shit about it.
Accounts. I wish I could show you, but all of the links to the mods post history that I saved no longer work because of the fact that all of the H3 Snark mods deleted their profiles the moment Ethan announced his lawsuit against them. But I guarantee you that the lawsuit will uncover the fact that multiple of the H3 Snark mods will have the same IP address because it's run by the same person. Even if you take a look at the H3 Snark mod list now, the only mod accounts left over are accounts that were created literally less than 2 weeks ago with no activity, yet the creator...
Yeah, I'm seeing these. Look at the dates of creation. They're all pretty much made within the same time frame. The majority of these fucking... Holy shit.
The H3 Snark subreddit thought that they deserved moderation powers. I'm not kidding. If you look at the H3 Snark mod list right now, there are literally 5 accounts that were created just 2 weeks ago with no comments or even post history, yet they have moderation roles in the H3 Snark subreddit.
Oh my fucking god. So what I'm gathering, this is me, right? They're trying to make it seem like more powerful than it really is. Like they were like, oh, well, you need to make this kind of like look like we're doing something, and have a big moderation staff team. There's probably like 3 people running that Reddit, or like 2, or hell, even maybe 1 person, and they're just making these sock accounts to make it look like they're doing good and following in line with Reddit's TOS, or what they perceive to be a good amount of mods, and they're fucking failing. So they created sock accounts, and Reddit, being retarded, didn't look into that.
So how is Ethan Klein expected to have an honest conversation with the H3 Snark community when the moderation is run behind sock puppet accounts to avoid any responsibility from spreading lies against Ethan and his crew?
What allows you to do this to me? Because this isn't just a prank. No. This goes beyond throwing bowling balls on my car. This took planning.
In fact, the internet's forever. I mean, big companies do regular backups to keep everything for years. Yeah, that's why I'm saying if Ethan subpoenaed Reddit for these people's information to send lawsuits to them, I'm not going to lose sleep over that.
Ordination? I mean, how many weeks? Or was it months?
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 Snark, and I believe that they're being silenced.
YouTuber Adam...
Oh, wow. The whole silence line like makes it even worse. Holy shit, Adam. Oh, Adam. Adam, no, bro. I've had Adam on my fucking streams, dude. Oh, man.
McIntyre claims that Ethan is unfairly copyright striking the H3 Snark subreddit and pursuing legal action in order to suppress the H3 Snark community. But that just isn't true. There is a difference between suppressing criticism and shutting down defamation. If you take a closer look at the copyright claims, and specifically what the lawyer of Ethan Klein wrote about the takedowns, then it's clear
Adam made the copyright thread that Adam used in his video also deleted their profile.
that the H3 Snark subreddit never wanted to have an honest conversation to begin.
Is this how honest, trustworthy the Snark mods are? They surely aren't leaving anything out of the thread that could make them look bad.
With Ethan Klein's lawyer clearly states that the posts that were taken down because the purpose of the Snark post were to siphon views from the H3 podcast channel and to hurt the ad.
Let's read this. Become widespread. Other Reddit posts containing clips from the work without further commentary, criticism, or further insight. This would further exacerbate my client's loss of revenue. You see that right there? You see that sentence? You know how I was arguing earlier about how the whole hypocritical fair use guy argument doesn't fucking work? Right here again. Without any further commentary, criticism, or further insight. Just titling it, Ethan's a retard, and uploading the entire stream or an entire fucking VOD is not enough. It isn't. You need to be able to have something more to it.
Revenue. What the H3 Snark moderators forgot to mention on the lawsuit thread that they created was that they have been purposely trying to hurt the ad revenue and views from the H3 podcast for months now. Remember the Snark live chat feature I talked about? Here's a Snarker in that chat room talking about using an alternate YouTube website to watch the H3 podcast show so that the podcast doesn't receive their view. Here's 2 other posts where Snarkers flat out talk about using
Please stop continuing to give views.
the H3 podcast show so that the podcast doesn't receive their view. Here's 2 other.
Please stop contributing views to H3H3. Rant. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I really, really wish everyone would just stop hate watching the show on YouTube itself. You're contributing to views to their channel and, to be honest, encouraging their shitty behavior. The only sure way to take down H3 is to make them irrelevant, and their numbers need to reflect that. If you still need to hate watch, please use third-party sites that won't add views to their channel. I think you can easily Google how to do this. Edit. I do not know any third-party sites are good for this, and I've been an H3 free since Aaron Burchell, but there are some recommendations in the comments below. Please check them out.
Post where Snarkers flat out talk about using alternate websites to watch the H3 podcast without.
They also stated it was maliciously with disregard to his copyright. Yep. But Paige and Adam are saying that they're being silenced. Here's another one. Using YouTube front-end alternatives can allow you to hate watch in peace without being served ads or increasing the view count. This is the one they use for Fundy Snark. I don't really watch anymore, but I was still watching regularly. I would have definitely been interested in this. I'm also sharing it here for others.
Giving them views. And just for the cherry on top, here is an H3 Snark moderator encouraging the use of alternate sites to watch the H3 podcast with the purpose to, and I quote, avoid giving them views or AdSense, unquote. But Adam McIntyre didn't bother to do any research except for the fact of reading the biased Reddit thread made by the H3 Snark moderators. Yet Adam decided to make 2 whole videos that total over an hour of content, not.
You hear that? Two videos over an hour of content over a biased thread. And Adam did an hour video, technically hour-long content, 2 videos on it, and is now screaming that Ethan is harassing him and bringing him up for no reason. Yeah. Okay, Adam. Sure, buddy. Sure. You're being targeted for no fucking reason, huh?
Once does he question the validity of what the H3 Snarkers claim in the Reddit thread, but I guess pumping out 40-minute videos with no proper research is fine because of the sweet ad revenue from long-form videos.
Crazy, Adam.
I have a confession to make. The reason I make this video is because I was an H3 Snarker last year. When I first started this YouTube channel, my second video ever on the channel was about Ethan Klein and building a bridge with lunatics like FussyTube and Mike Majak. During my research on the Ethan Klein video, I found out about the H3 Snark subreddit. At the time, I thought it was a fine community because whenever I pushed back on anything they said, I would have an honest conversation rather than get downvoted to hell. I even posted the video I was making.
Which, to be fair, the H3 Reddit is a fucking hellscape. Has been for fucking years. But here's the thing. The H3 subreddit seems totally fucking normal compared to these people. Totally normal. The H3 subreddit actually feels like a place of people that are normal compared to the snarkers. Isn't that insane to you? I hated the H3 subreddit forever, but for some ungodly fucking reason, I actually prefer the H3 subreddit over the snarker Reddits. That's how toxic the snarker Reddits are, that they somehow beat out the toxicity of H3 subreddit.
on Ethan Klein to the snark community, but I slowly started to get a sour taste in my mouth about H3 snark when I saw multiple comments get upvoted where they made fun of Mega Awesome Nerd just for doing his job moderating for the H3 podcast, or snarkers posting screenshots of H3 fans while at the same time crying that Ethan Klein is doxing them because he looks at their Reddit profiles on his podcast. The moment I saw an H3
That's not doxing. Okay, I'm sorry, what? Fuck it, excuse
same time
me.
crying that Ethan
Okay. What? Clip from new Ethan's basement video showing how Ethan accuses this sub of harassment / doxing while doing the same to small creators or anyone who criticizes him. So Ethan has the H3 podcast did dox a guy. I remember that vividly. That was during the Amaranth drama where her husband, I don't even know, it's definitely not real anymore at this point, beat her. And Olivia got like some guy's information, like said it was her fucking husband and it wasn't true, and it was like a whole fucking mess. Yeah, they've done that before. The thing is though, and here's the definitive difference between these two situations. They're not digging through your profiles. They're not going, if you have connected accounts, to find if there's other accounts with the same name that leads to your personal information, your PII. What they're doing is reading your dumb fucking handle and putting you on blast for it. That's really it. That's not doxing. That's your handle. That's not doxing. That's not your PII. I fucking hate these people. While doing the same to small creators. God, I found this extra relevant today considering how he posted some random person's IG account on his story knowing his fans will harass him. What IG story is that in context to? Because if it's just a handle and it's not like their actual PII, and if Ethan didn't pull up their full legal name or pull up their address or phone number or business or call CPS on them, I don't consider that, I don't see that to be a doxing thing. If this person was dumb enough to connect that shit to their public facing accounts, sucks.
Klein is doxing them because he looks at
Yeah, I'd say it's cringe, but I wouldn't say it's doxing with malicious intent or anything.
the Reddit profiles on his podcast. The moment I saw an H3 snark moderator endorse the use of alternate YouTube sites in order to ruin the AdSense, the H3 podcast, was when I realized.
So think someone who commented on his IG post and they went to their public account. Wait, what? Okay, so fucking wait a minute. So this person commented underneath H3H3, picking a fight on their public facing account, and Ethan pulled it up on stream. And they're calling that doxing. Is that what you're telling me, Noid? You have got to be fucking kidding me. These people are idiots. Oh my god.
That this sub didn't care about criticizing Ethan Klein, but rather they literally wanted to ruin the life of Ethan and anyone close to him through whatever means. That's when I started to monitor the sub to make this video. I owe Ethan Klein an apology for even associating with a sub that spread misinformation for the sole purpose to ruin his life. I will also take down the video that I posted on the H3 snark page.
Wouldn't that be doxing themselves? They were dumb enough to fucking respond to a public-facing account using their public-facing Instagram account to pick a fight with a man that's not afraid to pick fucking fights. Like, you're the dumbest motherfucker in human history.
I hope that over time, people start to see how crazy the H3 snark Reddit really is and to question the misinfo being spread instead of just following the group consensus like what's happening in Reddit, Twitter,
Did a video on that H3 docs thing? Alright, I'll look at that later.
and TikTok right now on Ethan Klein. If the H3 podcast manages to see this video, I promise.
Yeah, Michelle, that's the one. Michelle, where are you? Are you talking about the guy that called Ethan wife a Nazi for getting a Jew star tattoo? Are you kidding me?
Promise that I am an ally now. Ethan, you can even litigate me if
They
you
get a Star of David and they get called a Nazi because they have a tattoo of a Star of David. Are you shitting me? I fucking hate all these people. I fucking hate I hate the ultra leftists, man. If we could just fucking, I'm not kidding when I say this, if we could just put them on a fucking boat and like push them into the middle of the ocean and then just blow a hole in the bottom of it and let it sink in the Bermuda Triangle, I think America would be better. If we just put all the extremists, honestly, if we put the right-leaning extremists and the left-leaning extremists and just put them on a fucking boat, push them out in the middle of the ocean and shot a hole through it, Christ almighty, I think America would just be better. I really think it would just be better. I really believe we would actually get some shit done.
Just in case you don't believe me.
I don't know if Dan Clancy's a Nazi. Dan Saltman is crazy with that shit. I will admit that. But like, Dan's not really helping himself. Dan Clancy ain't helping himself.
But see you.
How do you think us moderate lefts feel? Well, welcome to me. I am a moderate left. I am not like a right-leaner. I just like to say whatever the fuck I want. I believe in free speech. I like guns. I have more of like a conservative idea of what we should do for the economy, but I'm also really into the idea of like, if we are going to be doing things for the economy and there are going to be programs, they need to be funded properly. Like, I'm all for that. I'm all for, like, all that shit. Like, legal immigration, totally down for it. I love the idea of cultures coming to America. That is what this country was made on. But, like, all these people take it to, like, the ultimate fucking degree where it's like, well, we need to let anybody in. And it's like, no, we should not let anybody in. You know? Like, we shouldn't be letting any fucking person in that feels like it. You know? There's so many things that like a normal American thinks that we're all more on the same page on than people expect. And then all you hear is like the screaming banshee cries of like the most retarded aspects. And then those retarded aspects get elected to office. Yeah, I turned everyone to all right in the chat. Yes, you are stereotyping. You are definitely stereotyping. I'm conservative with some things, but more on like, I'm more socially Democrat. Like, government, all that stuff, I believe it needs to be a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It needs to be a lot more efficient. I think the bloat is out of control, and I'm totally on board with like cutting back like a lot of the government, but keeping something in there so that it can keep basic communication between all states. There is some form of like tax, but it's not something like incredibly fucking dangerous or overbearing, which is what we have currently and have had for like over 2 decades now. There's things that need to change. There is. But I'm not like a fucking MAGA Trump supporter, Mitt Romney motherfucker. You know what I mean? All right. Am I ready for this? Am I ready for this? Am I ready for the fucking cowardly nature of iDubbbz and Anisa? Am I really ready for this? Okay. I wish to state something. I love the fact that Anisa knows that I called her like a fucking, like a used whore or whatever. I love the fact that she saw the leaks. I love it. I love it. I think it's the funniest thing of all time. And she genuinely believes that there was like some sort of like coordinated effort to destroy her and iDubbbz. I love the fact that you guys think that we're this coordinated. But I wish to state here and now, this man is a spineless fucking hack. I'm just gonna ignore Anisa right now because honestly, she needs to be put on the chair of like I don't give a fuck. Like honest to Christ, Anisa, I'm just gonna put in the chair of shut the fuck up. You're a whore. I'm talking to Ian right now. Ian, you're a spineless fucking bastard. Your friend, somebody that you came up with, somebody that you have had huge points of your life with, somebody who's helped you through things, somebody that's been there for you, somebody that's been friends with you in person, somebody you've been to birthdays with, seen his kids, met his children, become friends with his family. All of these things that I am pretty sure you guys were on that level. And you bend over backwards for Hassan and his fucking community because your wife is a fucking clout sharking demon. Really? Really, Ian? Now, Ian didn't need to say anything. He really didn't. There were people coming in his Discord saying, Ian, what do you think of the Hassan Ethan stuff? You don't have to respond. You don't. This is all Ian's fault. Ian's done all of these things to himself. He's the one that is continuing down this path. It's not just the influence from Anisa. This is Ian making decisions as the man he is, and the man he is a fucking coward. Instead of just saying, I don't want to talk about that, it has nothing to do with me, I wish the best for both of them. Hopefully this will be ending soon. He decides to he says that first on Discord, right? And this part aggravates the fuck out of me the most. He puts out a tweet being like, oh, should we have Hassan and Ethan fight and then do like fake little gay names for them and all this stupid bullshit, right? Then Anisa puts out an Instagram post saying, we don't bend to fake friends. Ethan gets upset with that and goes, holy shit, you guys are the fakest fucking friends of all time. You see what I'm going through. You understand the harassment that I'm going through. And you guys are tweeting and fucking posting on Instagram about this shit and in Discords and everything. The fuck is wrong with you? And now Ian and Anisa on their shitty fucking podcast that has been failing for fucking years at this point is now going to try and have a conversation about how they just snaked one of their longest friends for a fucking asshole that will make them more hated than ever before. Crazy.
Before we do, I just want to like see where Dane's at with this because I want to see how widespread this is.
Seriously?
Dane, do you know what we're talking about at all?
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, so there you go. This is for
than I already did.
Really?
If anyone did this type
Was
of
that-
thing to my best friend, I would be raising hell.
Hold on. The way that Anisa starts this off is, in my opinion, just going to be out there, kind of just downplays the severity of the situation. She's like, well, has this affected you, producer man? Did you know anything about this? Who gives a fuck what the producer man has to say? Who gives a fuck what that fat fuck has to say about this? We care about you. And you are primarily aware of the situation. You're trying to make it out like, well, nobody in the real world gives a shit about this. Duh, it's the internet, Anisa. No fucking shit. Nobody really cares outside of this fucking sphere. Other than politicians that are now looking to get Hassan in front of Congress, which will never happen. But a man can dream, can't he? But Anisa's already kind of like...
were low and I'm still disappointed.
Anisa's already kind of like hand-waving it, being like, well... you know, the real world's not being affected by it. Bitch, your friends are fighting, and you two retards decided to say something about it publicly.
see how widespread this is. Dane, do you know what we're talking about at all?
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, so there you go. This is for a very specific subset of people who are very upset at my DMs.
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, this is fun. Very upset about your DMs. No, Anisa, we're not upset about your DMs. We're upset about the public-facing bullshit that you've been spewing and the fact that you basically have chosen the side of the people that are the most toxic individuals imaginable. I know you think we're toxic, Anisa. I know you complained to us. I know you screamed at Keemstar at fucking full volume on the phone over text messages in regard to the leaks. But we're nothing like that. None of us, not a single fucking one of us that I am aware of that you believe to be the most toxic people imaginable, do anything on the level of the people that you are about to fucking take a side on or take no side on. It's really dependent. I haven't seen this whole clip yet, but based on how Anisa's fucking playing this off already, I already think she's going to be a retard about it. And then there's Ian. Ian, I swear to fucking God, you better be a man.
So, Ethan's upset with I think some of our connections, and you know we've tried to reach out.
It's not upset with the connections. It's upset with the fact that you guys have been making public fucking statements, tweeting about it, and all this fucking bullshit. And that you're saying we don't need friends like Ethan. That's the problem. It's not just the connection. I'm pretty sure if you said, Ethan, listen, I'm not cool with this shit. I don't want to be involved with this drama. Please keep me out of it. He would probably, most likely, respect that. Probably would. Because you guys haven't been on Hassan's streams since that I'm aware of. So if you just kept that up, you would have been fine. Instead, you decided to do these little sneak disses. You kept doing the gay little Drake fucking way of doing things where it's like, oh, I'm sneak talking about it, but I actually don't want to be involved talking about it. You're doing one of those things. I know. I've seen it before. But now it's your time. Now it's your time to fucking own it.
To Ethan to talk privately. Basically, it just seems like we're at a bit of an impasse. So we want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on and add to anything.
Wait a minute. Is Ethan missing a tooth? Is Ian missing a tooth?
So this is our, lukewarm addressing of it. It's, we're always open to talk privately, especially. And we'll.
If you're open to talk privately, especially, you would have not done anything until you had that private conversation. Ian, you know this. You've done YouTube forever. You know how the back end works. You know how talking to other creators work. You know this. And on top of that, Ethan was a friend. He wasn't just like a creator buddy. You guys have met each other. In person, dude. You know his kids. You know his wife. You know his family. Like, come on.
The door's always open.
Yeah, the door's always open. I want to really drive it home. We don't condone harassment of any kind.
Condone
harassment of any kind. How about, do you condone the terroristic situations that have been going on that Hassan keeps propagating, Anisa? Are you gonna say anything about that?
Harassment of any kind.
Of any kind. Okay, period. Which is why we have not stuck our foot in any of this.
Bullshit. You both have been making fucking snide tweets and comments and Instagram posts. That is fucking horse shit between both of you.
Because it is not productive. I don't think it's helpful. And these are real people who have real feelings.
I think I want to pivot this.
Then you don't have to talk about it on a podcast episode, right? If you really don't want to get involved, you shouldn't have done the dumb fucking snide tweets and the dumb fucking subtweets and the dumb fucking sub Instagram post and the dumb fucking Discord messages. And then when you get caught doing that shit, you feel like you have to go on your podcast and kind of like do this. You fucking idiots. Who supported Ian and Anisa when they Creator Clash 2 was a failure? Ethan. Thousands of people, actually. Philly D, bunch of people. They all came out in droves to donate to Ian's failure of a live stream. Well, it raised the money, but it was still a humiliation fetish ritual because Ian failed miserably to actually raise the funds necessary to donate to the fucking charity, the reason it was created in the first place.
Into something that I don't think I didn't touch on it in my apology video many years ago.
Yeah, your apology video was fucking shit. Also, why is your tooth chrome? Why is your tooth chrome? What the fuck is that? Does anyone else see that? What happened to your tooth?
Was it many years ago? Was it 1 year ago?
A few.
Yeah. I think in that video there was I had a lot of feelings, and I think the most obvious one and message that made the most sense to people was me apologizing for slurs.
What is this? What did Nick tweet? Yep, that's about right. That's about it.
And just being generally insensitive to minority groups and people in general.
Can you stop with this fucking flogging? No one cares. Holy shit, man. This is the part that I find so fucking aggravating, because everyone that was like, oh, you're just mad at Ian because he doesn't say the N-word anymore. No, that's not the point. It felt like he had conviction. He had a soul. He had opinions of his own. And then he just completely and utterly destroyed everything of himself. He's not the person he portrayed himself to be. And that's fine. People all hide behind characters on the internet. But there's something so intrinsic with Ian being this fucking spineless fuck after all of the years of being one of the most vocally critical people in the world. It's pissing me the fuck off that I have to argue that. It's not the fact that he said slurs. It's not the fact that he said, Tana, say the N-word. It's not that he said what he said about Jinx.
Has anyone wanked it to Anisa?
No. It's the fact that he is a coward at heart. He's a weak person. And it's fucking weird to see.
I think the thing that I maybe should have added to that, but I think it was kind of like implied if you're really like looking for it, is the harassment. I think harassment online is like, you know, we felt it. We felt plenty of it.
Yep.
And
harassment online, plenty of it. In what context? Are you talking about for the Creator Clash 3 thing where everyone was just criticizing you? Now, I understand that some people took that within their own hands to do more extreme shit, and those people are fucking asshole animals for that, obviously. But Sam Hyde just talking shit, us talking shit, Froggy talking shit. Really? That was harassment?
You know, that's kind of why there's been a shift in my content, is because it's not fucking healthy for people's brains, and it like doesn't get you anywhere. Like, I would make, you know, a couple videos, the content cop and the content deputy, and then I would say, okay.
Nobody gives a fuck.
It's funny to see he is the only one like this. Like Max, Filthy Frank are doing so much better and they haven't flogged themselves.
Yes. Yes. I hate this.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. Let me leave this.
Yeah.
And it was done for me. For me, it was done. It was not done for the people who watch my videos. It was not done for the person who was being harassed. And I think...
Person who was being harassed. Dude, Tana literally thanked you for the criticism that you gave her. Jinx literally was a shit content creator and it got pointed out, and that reaction style content is now demonized, which is a positive thing. The Fine Bros trying to trademark the word react was the dumbest fucking thing imaginable. Leafy, a actual fucking bully, and you just gave him a taste of his own medicine and he crashed the fuck out. The Keemstar one, repeating everything, funny video. The Rice Gum one, not the best one, but funny. Okay? That's it. That's really it. And the fact that you, like, put so much emphasis on this whole, like, harassment shit is crazy.
that is a very like important thing to note, is I was living like kind of a different reality.
Yeah.
And it would shock me. You know, it would shock me when I'd meet people in public and they'd say, "Oh, I loved your Tana content cop. That bitch deserved everything that she got."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah, they were right. They were right. She even agrees with that person. And you taking offense to that shows that you never believed in anything that you fucking said. You have no convictions.
holy fuck.
It was intense.
Like, there was a lot of that energy, and I'm like, man, this is beyond... People didn't have a laugh and then went back to their normal life. There's a lot of people who held on to that and had different motives and...
Okay, what about your buddy Hassan constantly calling people Nazis, alt-righters, slandering them, fucking saying they're pro-terrorism, pro-genocide, that he's demanding people to speak up on something that they have no vested interest in, and then when they do, they demonize them regardless? How about that? That seems to be, if toxic, if not more so.
Whoa!
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Anisa didn't get the tooth.
Huh?
Also, Adam Flirtire decided to release a video claiming Hyla was threatening to kill him.
Yeah, I know. I heard. And Adam's a fucking retard for that.
different goals that maybe didn't align with me.
They also wanted more.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like more. There is this growing movement online of trying to make the puppet that people are focused on right now dance.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they want the puppet to dance. And they use a lot of different ways in order to do that, online and offline resources. And it's very dangerous. And I think for me, when I really started to be like, okay, I really don't want to be a part of this, was, I hate bringing it up, but Etika. The Etika stuff was so hard.
Etika was a mentally unstable man. Whether or not there was intervention from the internet or not, Etika was a sick man already before that. And we need to understand that Ethan is not doing an Etika. Please stop using Etika's fucking name. Just stop it, man. Like, I don't know how many times we have to fucking go through this. It's like once a fucking year or once every couple of months that I have to remind people to stop using that man's name. Just stop it.
For me, right? Like, that was somebody who clearly was experiencing a mental health issue. And
then you blame and then you guys gave information to H3. That information was, hey, you should definitely use this as an argumentation point. Like an argumentation point against Keem, and kind of like slander Keem and say that he killed Etika, which wasn't true at all. This is actually worse than I thought already. What is Core saying? Oh, you think that was what it was about? Wait until you hear why they use his name. Oh, sweet fucking Christ.
the last thing that they needed, and this is my attitude, like, full stop on this period. The last thing somebody who's going through something like that needs is more eyes on it and more like people weighing in, right? And like, that's why I'm kind of angry that we even have to like talk about it here. Is that
you don't have to talk about it. That's the beauty of it. You guys didn't have to make those subtweets, sub posts. You didn't have to go on Instagram to do any of that stuff. You could have just shut the fuck up. Instead, because Anisa is a fan of Hassan, she slipped. And Ian's also a fan of him.
Like, whether or not people who are in it right now realize it on any side, the more people who weigh in, the more people who add to the conversation, the more people who amplify it, the worse that it gets. We were in it. And at the time, when we were in it and we wanted...
She's referring to us kind of going through a fucking hard time on the internet, being harassed, videos made about us, people weighing in.
People still make videos.
The creator clash.
Let the man rest already.
Yep. They're talking about creator clash. You've got it. Are they really about to fucking compare themselves to Etika? Are you... I thought that was a joke. I was like, if you actually compare yourself to Etika, you're a fucking freak. No. Please, just... No.
It was about us. And at the time, before like we got help, before we went to therapy, like, yes, there was this attitude of like, why the fuck aren't people saying things? Why the fuck is no one like saying how wrong this is? Like, of course we had anger about...
Because you guys failed to put together a fucking event and it was obvious and everyone shit on you for it because what you did was retarded. Why would anyone defend you? Why? Why would a single fucking person put their credibility on the line to defend you stupid motherfuckers when you are significantly in the wrong? It was obvious since day fucking one. This does not even remotely close at any point match the situation happening with fucking Ethan. Ethan had a nuanced take about a conflict in the Middle East where he's like, I weep for the children, I weep for the dead in Palestine. Palestine should be saved and the people, the innocent people, should be taken care of. But I also believe the innocence of Israel is also important. And then everyone lost their fucking minds. This isn't the same in the slightest, Anisa and Ian. Holy shit.
About that. But like, we had to, now that we've gone to therapy and we've worked through all these things, like, one, the videos have not stopped, right? The comments about us have not stopped.
Because you two retards keep saying dumber and dumber shit as it goes. And the only reason that people keep making videos on the two of you is because the two of you are fucking idiots and you don't know how to deal with the fact that people don't like you.
Stopped. What has stopped is me caring about it, me looking at it. And
that's total fucking horseshit. If that was true, and you nodding like the fucking tard that you are, you wouldn't have responded in the Discord. You wouldn't have responded on Instagram. You wouldn't have subtweeted this shit. Bro, if you didn't look at it, you wouldn't be caring.
And when you stop, when you get the help, and you realize that this is like something that you cannot control at all, and it doesn't have to affect your life, that's the only way it gets better.
Yeah.
Things piling on, things adding to it, people weighing in, people throwing punches for you, does not help. you know.
Mhm.
And I'm at the point now, thankfully, with the combination of like therapy, the support systems that I have, my friends that I have, everything, like I'm not worried about saying this online.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure people will take it and talk about it. I'm proud of what I'm saying right now.
Mhm.
And the people who get it,
You're proud of comparing yourself to Etika. That you understand Etika's plight. You're using this dead man's name as an example. I just fucking can't stand this shit anymore, man. I can't do it.
will get it, and the people who think that I'm a bad person for that will think I'm a bad person, and I'm okay with that because I don't believe that I'm a bad person, and I think that's a very strong tool, and I hope to God that the people who are really drowning right now, okay, whoever you want to, in your head, whoever's listening to this, whoever you think is drowning right now, I hope to God that they...
Fuck you and your knockoff Fousey goddamn motivational speech level bullshit that you learned in Psychology 101. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Seriously.
get the help that they deserve to stop hurting themselves and stop hurting other people across the board.
Yeah.
Who's hurting themselves covering you two idiots? Who's hurting themselves covering the fact that Hassan is pro-terrorist? Who's doing that? No one. No one. God forbid that people have opinions on the internet that think that you guys are fucking idiots. God forbid that people, based on your actions, look at you and go,
Hassan friends are bad faith for supporting
they're making
him.
shit up. They're fucking, they're subtweeting. They're doing this, they're doing that when they're doing that in the first place. God forbid people think that. Oh my fucking God.
That's my take.
And it really, it affects everyone. It is, you know, I remember, you know, looking around at my close friends, my internet friends, loads of people, and just was like, this is interesting. Like I'm not really getting private messages of support, at least not from the people who I would expect to get it from.
Because you fucked up. What are they supposed to do? Say, Ian, you didn't do anything wrong. Creator Clash was a total fucking success. You guys were amazing. It was all the trolls. It was all the people fucking with you. No. What are they supposed... You owned it. You said, yeah, we fucked up. What are they supposed to do? Text you and be like, bro, I'm so sorry that fucking Keem and Nicholas Diorio and Augie and fucking Chud Logic made fun of the fact you guys failed to donate money to charity. The base thing that you were supposed to do with the event. What are they supposed to do? Oh yeah, Ian, you're infallible, Ian. You know, things happen. It's no big deal. Just get through it, King. No, you fucked up optically.
And that hurt a little bit. But, you know, after, you know, therapy and, you know, reflecting on it a bit more, it was a realization of like, oh shit, they aren't paying attention.
They're literally not paying attention.
This is my life.
Yeah.
So it feels like
it's the loudest thing in the room.
Very loud. That's all my feed is. That's all anything is.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to disconnect from that and be like, oh shit, actually this is, you know, yeah, obviously it's great to show.
It's pretty easy to disconnect. You just turn the TV off. You know, you turn the computer off. You remove Discord from your phone. You remove Twitter from your phone, and whoop, you go on a walk. You keep it off your phone for multiple fucking days. Multiple fucking days. Easy. Hold on, I got a very nice message from an IRL friend of mine. Apparently his girlfriend thought I was awesome. Typical.
Support.
Like, people love that.
People are so busy.
Hope you're doing good, Chris.
So,
yeah.
like, I'm not online reading tweets.
Well, and I was just going to say, beyond that, you know, things are complicated.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends when I did my apology that did not fuck with it in the slightest.
Yeah, they didn't agree.
And they still don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
They don't agree with it. And, you know,
that's based.
I don't really expect them to come to bat for me or anything if they don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
who are the friends? I really hope that's fucking Max. I hope that's Max, Chad. I hope that's fucking Joji. I hope it's like the fucking crew that we're just like, what are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you? I'm really fucking hoping, dude. I'm hoping it was that crew, bro. That would be awesome.
I don't expect them to speak up, period, on any of it.
I appreciate that they don't.
So this is the thing, right? You guys, without provocation, were talking about it because randos were asking you to talk about it and you made a comment. So, of course, Ethan's going to go, well, they're fucking subtweeting about it. Why aren't they saying anything if they're going to talk about it in this manner? That's what happened. That's what happened. And now you're also publicly coming out here and saying, well, people didn't like what I said, and they didn't agree with it, but I didn't get mad at them about it, so you're agreeing that you don't agree with Ethan in regard to Hassan. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to do here? Is that what's being said, you two? Because if that is the case, you have taken the side of somebody that has denied rapes of women, pro-terrorism, rape of rich white women at colleges, not just like, oh, hee ha ha, edgy joke, like shit he actually was like standing 10 toes down on. Come on, Ian. You could have just been like, I don't want to be involved with this. I don't think it's worth our time. Our friends are fighting at the current moment, and I really don't feel comfortable being involved in this. That's it. You would have gotten shit for being like, well, he's not saying anything, so it's not... Blah, blah, blah. That would be like for 24 hours versus what is going to happen now. The fact that the two of you are this fucking inept at being able to handle anything on the public stage is crazy to me.
Yes.
Because it just makes things more complicated. It's like, I can get a read from you with like what you say or don't say. And, that might change private relationships, sure, but that's life. Like, that's life. You know what I mean?
That's life. So it's life for so it's life. So in Anisa's words, that's normal because people grow, people learn, people change, all this shit, right? So you're telling me that essentially you outgrew Ethan and you are with Hassan? Is that what's happening here? Am I being bad faith interpreting that? I might be, being brutally honest. But the way that Anisa was posting on Instagram and all this other shit and kind of being like, I don't need friends like you. I don't need friends like you when you two idiots were the ones talking about it is crazy.
And like, people go their separate ways all the time. Again, like, the worst thing you can do is feed into it. In any
no shit, Anisa. No shit.
Way.
Yeah. It's super compelling because there is this like brain chemistry, this idea of like, I can make it go away. Like, I can make it stop.
Here's what you do.
I have the vaccine.
No. The frustration lies with the fact that somebody called CPS on a family over a fucking slap fight between two people that will never fucking actually do anything and go out and help the people involved in Israel and Palestine other than donate other people's money. And Ethan can be justified in the anger that a group of people like Denims and others is straight up either downplaying it or not addressing it in a way that is actually constructive. Is it stupid to post that publicly and say this horrible thing happened so that people can fuck with you more about it? Yeah, there's a contingent aspect of that. But there's something deeper that you guys just aren't understanding. Because they're not parents, they're dog parents. They aren't parents that I'm aware of, right? They don't get it. I'm not even a parent, and I understand what Ethan is doing in this moment in regard to the CPS stuff. I totally fucking get it. And the fact that you guys don't get it is crazy. Ethan wanted to disavow the former editor claiming Ethan killed his dog, which is too much to ask. Yeah, apparently that's too much to ask. Apparently that's too much to ask when somebody that is good friends with one of your friends, and that you look at them and go, hey, like, dude, this shit's getting out of control, and now it's going to start leaking to your shit. Can you just, like, are you going to say anything about it? Even, like the minimum. And if they turn around and said, no, we're not really going to say anything. I know that's shitty. We just don't want to be involved. Sure, friendship broke up. You probably have a couple of days of slap fights or less, but it's better than doing all this gay sneak dissing shit because your previous editor is trying to insinuate that your friend killed their dog. This is fucking insanity. This is insanity. These people can't do the bare fucking minimum.
Yeah, the thing is, and this is like the cycle, because it is a cycle. You go, they just don't have all the information. If I just clarify and give...
Oh, I just realized lolcows feeding into their hate and dangerous cycle. Is that really what they just titled that? Did they really title this fucking section lolcows feeding into hate and dangerous cycles? So by proxy, are they calling Ethan a lolcow? Being the lolcows that they are. God, have mercy.
Give them the information, then they'll like back off. But of course, these people don't give a fuck like the information. So they take the information and they twist it, and then you get.
We do care about the information. You guys just don't like it when the information's presented to you in a way that is not charitable to you guys, because you guys fucked up so goddamn bad that it's easy for people to look at that and go, "This is a fuck up. You fucked up. You're an idiot." You don't like that. People look at the information properly. They do. They see the actions of people. I'm not saying everybody does, but there are people that do. The people that you have an issue with at least attempt their damnedest to do that. And in your case for Creator Clash, there was so much easy fucking information that you assholes kept leaving on the table that it was impossible for people not to cover it the way that they did.
Frustrated, and you're like, maybe they don't understand that I'm not a bad person, and they need to see that like emotionally this is making me sad.
Yeah.
So then you like
cry about
it, and then they fucking think it's funny, and then they take that, and then you get into this cycle of like,
yeah.
And it's you know, some people call it like a lol cow, which has become like more of a common term, and it makes me sad because the people who are like farmable in quotations are people who clearly do not have the tools to like,
which is you two. Do you not recognize that you are basically speaking about yourself? Genuinely, do you not understand that? That you're literally speaking about yourselves right here in this moment? You just described both of your own cycles. I know that you're aware of it now, but that doesn't change anything. You guys are going to cycle back. You're cycling back right now. You've just reset the clock.
Take care of themselves, like emotionally.
Yeah. It's not only not having the tools like emotionally, psychologically, but it's also having the support system, friends, family, therapy, like we mentioned. Like that's something that you can get, and it does a lot. It's powerful.
Predictable schedule, hobbies, all these things.
Yeah, that's great.
So you're basically saying that everybody has an issue with the Ethan situation, don't have hobbies or aren't people with lives or jobs or anything like that. Now, I could say that about the snarkers who are 100% calling CPS on a family for no reason over a stupid fucking conflict issue between two creators who disagree over Israel-Palestine. Not everybody who does content that is critical of others are terminally fucking online pieces of human garbage. Not all of them. Not all of them. It's insanity that you just blanket statement that. I'm sick of Anisa just trying to act like something better than what she really is. It's just fucking frustrating to watch.
And also, like material things, like what's up?
I was just gonna say, like money.
Like money.
There's, like, I feel
like there's a lot of
really
people who
bad.
cannot afford therapy.
Which is why I have a special hatred for people who pay attention to like Daniel Larson's and like World of
Daniel Larson is a pedophile. They not only harassed, they physically assaulted their caregiver. What the fuck? Are you trying to defend Daniel fucking Larson right now? Yes, is Daniel severely and mentally delayed and decayed? Absolutely. But Daniel, even before everyone got involved, was obsessed with a child and wanted to be in a relationship with a child. This is actually worse than I thought it would be.
T-shirts.
Yes,
People who don't clearly have the tools financially to.
It is so bad in every way. They are surrounded by the most disgusting people who are going to keep them down. They have no money to figure this shit out.
No family.
They have a fuck ton of money. World of T-shirts makes Daniel Larson made bank on fucking what's it called? Cameo. And yeah, are the people that were like the managers of Daniel also the most depraved, deranged lunatics imaginable? Absolutely. But he is a pedophile, so I have no sympathy for that. World of T-shirts, I agree. Having Josh Block be taken advantage of by Mr. Bass, the complete fucking degenerate piece of human trash. Absolutely, I feel bad for Josh in that aspect. But Josh Block, of his own accord, without intervention, has done horrible things to other people as well. Oh, and also, apparently, Daniel Larson molested a 13-year-old girl at the care home he stayed at. So Anisa's defending that? Crazy.
No.
Even if they do get money, I think some people would argue like, oh, but World T-shirts get so many donations. Yeah, that goes directly into his alcoholism. And
Mr. Based, it's Mr. Based.
Other people are, I think, in control of that a lot of the time.
No, you'd be surprised at how often.
You two fucking retards do not know the lore at all of the people that you are fucking talking about, and it is annoying the shit out of me.
When you're in a mental state, you can't make the right decisions with the money, ever.
Ever.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
You get fucked. Thank you for listening to our spiel.
Yeah, sorry.
We're going to go on to...
Creeps, this is all I'm hearing from the whore.
This is the most useless fucking segment I have ever covered on my entire fucking YouTube channel. This is the worst fucking segment I've ever done. Comparing yourselves to fucking Etika. Oh god, and then defending the World of T-shirts, essentially calling Ethan a fucking lol cow because he's being farmed by a group of people that are genuinely fucking malicious. This is insanity. Oh my fucking Christ. I'm so sick of these people. I'm sick of I never want to talk about items in Anisa again. That pissed me the fuck off. Let's see here. All right, so what is this? Yeah, let's take a look at this.
And then Denim hosts this and see what she says. And then now
let's see how Denim's like responds to this.
we wonder why people are calling Child Protective Services.
But they called it before I even did this stream.
He lets his dogs shit all over his...
Man, before this stream. Yeah, that stream though. Ooh, this was before the CPS stuff happened, Denims. Ooh, you dumb fucking bitch. Proof March 1st VOD was unlisted. Oh, she unlisted it. Nice. We got some of the chat messages there. You already saw that. Denim says that Klein is just farming sympathy after CPS visit. I don't know how you farm sympathy from people that want to ruin your family and take your children away. I don't know. I don't know how you can even come to that conclusion, but here we go.
Those people should have CPS called on them 1000%. These people, like, I think that there's some level of negligence happening here.
So you agree that they're neglecting their children. So you agree with that. Because they have a nanny to help them with 3 fucking kids. I only got 6 seconds into this fucking clip and she already just fucking contradicted herself in 3 seconds.
And I think it's irresponsible. I don't think CPS should be called on them. I've never said that they should be called on them. And I've never approved of it, ever. I think it's embarrassing for Hila here to be like, this is so traumatic for the kids. You're trying to traumatize the children. It's like, dog, you literally, the vast majority of people are, like, are not remembering anything that happened to them at 3.
I did not realize at the beginning of this fucking clip was this fucking inflammatory. I did not realize that it was this fucking inflammatory.
For Hila here to be like, this is...
I don't know how it's embarrassing. I can't even rationalize how this could be embarrassing when a mother is being forced to have their children sit down with a CPS agent to be interviewed to ask if their parents love them or not. How is that embarrassing?
So traumatic.
She is justified to feel that way.
For the kids, you're trying to traumatize the children. It's like, dog, you literally, the vast majority of people are, like, are not remembering anything that happened to them at 3. It's just sympathy, right?
I love the fact that she thought she had, like, a really smart take there. You saw that face? That's the face I make where it's like I tell you guys something so incredibly fucking obvious and go, oh, isn't that crazy? But, like, she really thought she was cooking there.
It's just, she's just pulling, like, the IDF classic card.
The IDF classic card. No, this is a mother. This is a mother. This is a mother that has lived in America for a significant period of their life, no longer affiliated with the IDF in any aspect now. They just served in the IDF because it is forced conscription, and if you don't do it, you go to fucking jail. Is it terrible that Israel forces people to do that? Abso-fucking-lutely. But we have no record nor proof that Hila was on the front lines fucking shooting children like your retarded fucking friend Bad Empanada says. So I don't understand how this is an IDF tactic when a mother is concerned for a children in this case. I don't know how that's embarrassing.
Of like, please, my life is so difficult. Please, everyone that is against us needs fucking awful experiences because we're the ones dealing with the real awful experiences.
But she's saying that, they probably won't be traumatized because most people don't remember things like this. Skull emoji.
This is so stupid. Wait a minute, that's not what they're saying. They're saying that this extreme level has reached a level that no one else is dealing with. They are correct. What other YouTubers that I am aware of, probably like the Ace family, the vlogging channels probably had CPS called them a hand like before, but like, and Daddy of 5. But in Daddy of 5's case, there was genuine abuse going on. They were actually beating their fucking kids. The one kid was covered in blood in videos. That is when CPS should be called. Not on people that have a dissenting opinion on your fucking moral crusade.
Hila did worse to Palestinian kids in the IDF. I mean, I'm sure she's thought about doing terrible things.
Every time. I somehow we found a worse take. Somehow we found a worse take than her saying that kids at the age of 3 to 5 won't remember shit. I gave her like 2 days for me to hear the dumbest shit out of her mouth again after the whole the memory thing. I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong. Somehow this is even more retarded than I initially expected. So you are speculating that Hila probably fantasizes about killing Palestinian children.
To people when she was in the IDF. I can't comment on what she has or hasn't done. She seemed really excited to go on that raid and be closer to the action.
You're actually fucking scum. You're like unadulterated, fucking pure, uncut fucking scum. And I literally cannot imagine like a worse human being in my entire life. Like somehow Hassan doesn't seem as crazy as you do right now. I can't believe I'm saying this. How the fuck has this bitch existed this long? Oh my god. It's not the real jar. It's not the real jar. All right, so Denim's Daily YouTube channel removed most of its content from being featured in Ethan Klein's last video. Crazy that this fan account, or her what looks like to be her clip account, which somehow I compete with her in viewership, which is insanity on YouTube. Being featured in Ethan Klein video, one video from 3 months ago. So let's see here.
And see what she says, and then now we wonder why people are calling Child Protective Services.
But they called it
So
before.
it's bad for her to be involved in the action, but the beach has no words when Hassan is interviewing terrorists and hanging out with hostages.
Yeah, I know, right?
Skull emoji.
Crazy. All right, so the subreddit reacts. So this is a response from the clip channel. What's going on? You've disappeared off YouTube. You know if Asmongold has kids, CPS would absolutely take them from him too. They're launching an organized attack. 2 same videos in just 5 hours. An organized attack between who? Asmongold and fucking Ethan? No, that's not real. Even though all the CPS claims they're making are complete nonsense. They're cutting and combining clips together to manipulate their people. I don't like them. I've permanently deleted most of the clips about them. Crazy. And I've hidden reaction videos where they were trash talking Denims. I don't care about the comments they leave here, or they try to ruin the YouTube community here. What matters to me is that Denims doesn't get hurt because of this channel. These two toxic people are even trying to manipulate their audience, even though they're wrong, such manipulators. This is a simp. This is a simp. This is somebody that's running because Denims has a lot of shit on this clip channel that will make her look even fucking worse than what we initially thought. Here we go. This is Hassan also feeding into the cyberstalker allegations.
No way that Ethan's community sees this stuff, right? There's no way that they are aware that he is just literally lying every single fucking day. Apparently, he talks about me every single fucking day.
I love how he's doing what he does to Destiny, but to Ethan. It's crazy. She hasn't streamed when this went down. Don't know. That's on YouTube. That's like a fan channel.
I didn't realize it was.
Where are the lies, Hassan? By the way, can you point those out? Are you ever gonna react to the content, Nuke? Are you ever gonna watch it to build up argumentation points? Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Also, every single day, there is a clip of you talking about Ethan as well. So don't play the game that you're like, oh, I don't talk about Ethan. It's the most Hassan fucking bullshit imaginable.
Just like only talking about whatever the fuck I'm doing. How does this end with him? Like, genuinely is scary. I think he's like a cyber stalker. He's gonna find a new victim eventually and move.
Wow, we're going with cyber stalking now. So you're now feeding into the argumentation that the snark Reddit's doing. The people that called CPS on his kids. Real classy, Hassan. Real fucking classy.
Vaughn.
Now I know this is from March 5th. I know. But this is the thing. They talk about not fanning the flames for this shit and all this other stuff, but they are doing that. They fucking are. Like 100% they fucking are.
And I will be relegated to, I don't know, one of the voices that they use on the soundboard eventually.
No, I'm pretty sure this is going to last forever. This is the biggest fucking lie that Hassan has ever told.
Shit ton more views than the fucking content nuke. I think Ethan thought that content nuke was going to change the game.
I'll be honest, he did. And I'm going to be real. The content nuke didn't really do much. Here's the but. But it did have some form of effect of a creator of legacy media saying something about this shit that has caused more people to not like you. Now, does that mean it's going to flip everything and Twitch is going to take you down and you're going to lose all your viewers and your subscribers and all this shit? No. No. But it has shown a window into creators that are waking up from your fucking bullshit. You did not become more popular because of the H3 content nuke, Hassan. You did not. Here's how I know that. Because you got a bunch of negative comments on the Trash Taste podcast, the one about anime, and the whole overarching comment section before it was moderated to death, and that fucking coward of a podcast host went live about it, were moderated again. They were all against you. No one wanted you there. No one likes you. Everyone knows that you're pro-terrorist. Everyone knows that you fucking fuck with terrorists. That doesn't make you more popular. That makes you hated. Infamous is more of an answer.
It was gonna get 10 million views, or maybe even 8 million views, like the Keemstar video did. And he thought,
you do really? Wait a minute. Does he think that the content nuke Keemstar got 8 million views in a month? Did he think that? On a dead YouTube channel that he doesn't fucking upload to? This is the most fucking bad faith one. He's a creator. He fucking knows this. This channel has been dead for 4 fucking years. After 1 month, it has gained 3.2 million views. This is crazy for a channel like this. It is starting to keep up with the content nuke Keemstar stuff. It's on track to potentially overtake content nuke Keemstar if it stays in the algo long enough and more people watch it. This dude is such a liar.
He thought that the internet would treat me like they're currently treating him. Either be totally quiet about their involvement with anything related to me, or just actively come out against me. Be like, oh my God. It turns out
a lot of people did do that. A lot of people woke up to your bullshit. Now, is it going to change the game? No.
It turns out this Hassan guy was bad all along. Okay, and when that didn't happen, he lost his fucking mind. He literally thought that like mainstream media would come.
Well, no. The big thing is that he lost his fucking mind because all your little fucking orbiter friends, and then you, in particular, the person he made that video to criticize, kept bullshitting your way through it and saying, I don't even need to watch it. I don't even care what you have to say. I challenge you to a debate. And Ethan's like, okay, I will do the debate. Please watch the video. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And your fucking community, Bad Empanada included, have been making up crazy shit about him and making him lose his fucking mind. It's not because the video didn't do well. It's because of the overall system issue that started after that.
Over it.
This is the biggest fucking lie that Hassan's ever told.
The fuck would they do that, dude? The very same people that actually gave you the information, the fucking...
Destiny. I'm just saying it. Fucking Destiny. He's going to say Destiny. He's going to allude to Destiny. He's going to allude to commentary when Ethan does not like any of us. He's going to do that.
2 hours worth of clips out of context. They already
2 hour clips out of context. I love that. I love the 2 hour clips out of context. I love that argument. I love it. Say the line, Hassan. Out of context. Say the line, Hassan. Destiny. Say the line, Hassan. You're all genocide deniers. Like, just say the line.
Tried this in a more sophisticated way than you could ever imagine by presenting themselves as concerned citizens randomly by sending this shit to every outlet that would listen, to every outlet that would watch. And of course it wasn't going to work.
Jesus Christ. All right. The Noah Samson video. Do I really have to explain a Noah Samson video to you guys? Do I really have to do that? I'm like 4 hours in. Do I really have to explain how fucking shitty the Noah Samson video is going to be? I haven't like I don't even need to explain it to you in depth. I can just tell you off the bat, Noah is not going to like what Turkey Top says because he's like, I don't really care about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Destiny saying the crazy shit he said about the glassing Gaza, which was completely out of fucking pocket. Mudahar, don't even know how the fuck you go after Mudahar for the Palestinian stuff when he's turning around and saying, I've donated money to Palestine. I am a Muslim man. And the only thing that he did was say, yeah, the extreme versions of what Asmongold is talking about are a problem. And then Ethan shitting on Twitch and Hassan and Frogan and Denims and Bike from PA and all these people that are extremely, extremely toxic and volatile. And he's going to make them all look good. Got it. That's the Noah Samson video. I already shit on Adam enough. Oh, last start here. So now the Snark Reddit, after everything I presented to you, the Snark Reddit is completely fucking deranged and delusional. Let's go through a list of people that they are putting on a list now. Fully updated list of sex criminals, MAGA, Nazis, and pedos supporting Ethan Klein. Elon Musk, Keemstar, Sneeko, Daniel Silvio, killed his friend in a drunk driving. Asmongold, Destiny, Joey Salads, The Quartering, Tim Pool, Ian Miles Chung, lives with TikTok, Nelk Boys, Drew Pavlov, Dan Saltman. I don't know if Dan Saltman is a Nazi, pedophile, or a sex criminal, or pro-MAGA in any aspect, but okay. Stinley, MAGA Slop Lavaldi VTubers. That's fucking Rev. Tipster, Lolly Enjoyer. I'll be honest, Tipster did have some good fucking takes on Twitter. Can't even argue with that. He had some good takes. Even though he did do the lolly things. Nicholas Diorio. Apparently, Nicholas Diorio is not only a sex criminal, MAGA, Nazi, and a pedophile. He's also a Zionist. Oh, and Brianna Wu got thrown in here as a consolation prize because nobody gives a fuck about Brianna Wu. This list is unhinged. This list is genuinely unhinged. This is the most unhinged fucking list of people I've ever seen. I don't even know why Nick's here. I don't even know why Tipster's here. Honestly. I don't know why Dan Saltman's listed as a Nazi. Any of these people. Other than, the sex criminal, Destiny, yeah. MAGA, yeah. Tim Pool, The Quartering. I think Asmongold, I don't really know or care about his politics. Sneeko, yeah. Cuck, like cuties. You need to understand, and this is where I'm going to leave you off on because my throat is completely eviscerated by yelling about this content because it's actually fucking aggravating to me. When the enemies of the individual all collectively recognize that said individual is getting the worst rep imaginable, they're being treated like shit. They are having CPS called on them. They are being treated like monsters just because they dare criticize one side of the aisle. And when the enemies of that person all come together and recognize this situation is important to talk about and actually focus on and care about, that's when you should really fucking think about your next steps. This is where you really, really, really need to open your fucking mind and recognize this is no longer about Israel-Palestine. This is no longer about this fucking shit. What it is about is that somebody made a video on a guy in a community that they all loved, and now they are doing everything in their power to completely and utterly make up falsehoods, break up a family, dox people's information, hurt these people, and ruin their fucking lives over an internet spat fight for a conflict that is happening thousands of miles away and will not affect any of these fucking people that watch these streamers and donate to these streamers or content creators. These are content creators. These are not fucking politicians. None of them are going to change the fucking world. Not a single one of them matter in the long run. And if you genuinely believe that they're going to change the fucking world, you are some of the dumbest fucking people imaginable. And I can't wait for when Ethan sues those snarkers. I don't care anymore. This is fucked. Ethan deserves nothing in regard to the CPS stuff. That's it. That's it. All of these people are fucked. And I can't do much. I have a small fucking platform. I'm not important. I'm just a guy that fucking gives his opinions on the fucking internet like everyone else. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate your time today. Thank you to all your generous donations today as well. We should have a clip up right after the stream involving the Reforge stuff, because I really like Monster Hunter World, and I saw Reforge make the worst fucking thing of all time. So I'll upload that right. I'll upload that tomorrow. Actually,
all right.
I'm gonna rage you.
Stream,
yeah.
Even though I've lost a lot of brain cells here.
Yeah, I lost
Chris.
a fuck ton. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm gonna send you over to Nick's stream. Unfortunately,
Funny that day.
He is going to still be talking about the H3 stuff. Looks like he's also going to Taylor Lorenz stuff. There is a crazy Taylor Lorenz video that I saw recently. And I will definitely fucking what is it? What's the word I'm looking for here? I will definitely go over that in the future. I think you would actually like that. Actually, wait. No, I'm not getting involved with the King slap fight between him and Rich. I'm just not doing it. Yeah, I'll send you guys over to Nick. Have a good night, guys. Fuck.